because that was a very contentious debate, I would expect there to be a lot of super chats, but it's actually factually untrue that the super chats on her channel were higher when I debated on her channel versus other channels. In fact, the inverse is true.
And that's why I asked, right? I don't know. Yeah. You would know your trend better than I would.
Well, and one of the reasons that the inverse is true is because I would often say, hey, we support people who support us. Make sure you send those super chats over there. So a lot of people did. They went over and sent a lot of super chats over the other direction. So I could easily use a reverse argument here and be like, well, but it also seems like the debates on her channel did a lot better when I was the one they're debating. Right?
Yeah, they did. I'm not negating that. I'm saying it was a reciprocal relationship. You both obviously got something out of it. You got easy debates. She got a big name.
Well, I didn't get easy debates. I got a person who was doing booking.
Yeah, you got easily set up debates.
Yeah, but I mean, you realize that's an easily replaceable skill.
Sure.
Yeah. So
and there are other big content creators.
Yeah, that's not a thing in which I hold as being particularly valuable. I did think that she did it right, at least making an attempt to utilize that skill. It was a skill she had. But I don't think ultimately it's not a skill which is easily replaceable, because it just is. So,
hi, Dusty. How you doing?
Hi, Rob. Rob, when are you going to unblock me?
You sound very, very more meek talking to Andrew in person than you do when he's not around on your channel. That's interesting. Sarah, too.
I'm generally polite to people.
Mm-hmm. Not so much behind the scenes, though, when you're doing your own videos. I get it. It's easy to be tough and intimidating until you're directly talking to someone. Makes sense.
I can be tough and intimidating to you, Rob. What is it you'd like to talk to?
Well, I thought it was interesting. I saw that you said that I felt like I was being attacked and I was a bitch. Attack's doing a lot of word in there. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what you call it. It was you guys that were brigading me as trolls or whatever. And I merely put a video out, kind of telling Sarah exactly what I thought of her part in that. And she flipped shit, and this was the worst thing in the world that ever happened to her, because she didn't like the response that elicited from Andrew and from a bunch of other people. This was of her own making. Right?
You are very melodramatic. I don't know why anybody puts up with your bullshit. Like, it's crazy.
I guess better to be melodramatic than whatever that would call you, whose entire career is doing videos about me and Andrew. What do you call yourself? If I'm melodramatic for doing one stream talking about Sarah being on your panel where you guys were trolling me, what's that make you that does like 10 streams to R1?
You're melodramatic for feeling like you were under attack for what was happening. The fact of the matter is, maybe one person out of the four was actually there to troll you.
It doesn't matter, right? If it was one or if it was all of you. What it was, again, you said this the last time I tried to interact with you, as you were the mod and you were putting up little videos making fun of me and then putting me behind a paywall for your audience. You can't monetize it in that same way today, right? Or are you going to beg Cool Vic to silence me like you did last time?
Not at all. I was amazed at the audacity you had to block me on everything and then show up to a thing that you weren't invited to and expect to come on and get to talk to who you decided to talk to.
That's right.
You got treated the way you deserve to be treated.
Yeah, I blocked someone that I didn't want to interact with anymore. You proceed to
why do you keep trying to interact with
me? If you don't want to interact with me, you're free to leave.
I know that.
Okay, so then you do want to interact with me.
Let's have the interaction.
Okay.
I feel like you want to interact with me as well.
The point is that I have very little time for this stupid drama other than when it amuses me. And today it amused me. I just got back from a very successful trip at DebateCon. Thank you, Andrew, and everyone else that put that on. Thought it was a tremendous event. And as I'm coming back doing some house stuff, I happened to turn this video on because I like listening to Cool Vic, and I heard you on here talking to Andrew. So I'm not really sure what preceded this. However, I will say I heard you call me a bitch. It's not that I don't want to talk to you because I'm afraid that I would somehow lose some argument. It's that you're a troll, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm actually trying to accomplish real things on my channel most of the time. But here I am now. Here I am now. And so what no, I don't think you're trolling me now. I think you're being incredibly meek right now because you know you can't actually withstand any scrutiny. And so now your tone's very different on here now when talking to me or talking to Andrew than it would be when you're
coming from somebody who only wants to interact with me if Andrew's sitting right beside him holding
Andrew, we'll see you later, man. I don't need you here. Has Andrew said a word since I've started talking to you?
Yeah, take care, guys. Thanks for having me up. Cool, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, Andrew. Thanks for coming on.
So, Rob, what is it you're in your feelings about that you want me to be less meek about?
Nothing. I'm not in my feelings about anything. I find it funny that the group of people that feels that they're in some perpetual war that needs to do video after video thinks that I'm being a bitch when I responded to you guys trolling to me by putting out a video calling you a bunch of assholes and Sarah for being one as well. That's it. That was my entire role in this.
You responded to legitimate callers by acting as if they were trolls.
They
You
were.
either intentionally manufactured it or you're a huge sensitive crybaby bitch. One or the other, or a combination of the two.
Do you want me to play the video of you guys on your stream afterwards when Modern Men was saying, I actually think we did a terrible job with the trolling. I thought you guys weren't that funny. And you saying, no, guys, we did great. It was hilarious. Would you like me to play that video?
That was the troll.
That was just the one troll.
Him and AJ.
Oh,
you
so
can
now
call AJ a troll, maybe.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Rob.
So now we've doubled the amount of trolls. Okay, gotcha.
1.5.
One and a
out of
half
5.
troll. What was
Rob,
one
here's the
smaller than
thing.
the next? Go ahead, Dusty. You got a lot to say. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What I got to say is what I've said already.
Mhm.
You are a sensitive baby. If you think that was mean trolling, if you think that was you being under attack, you're gonna have a rough time on the internet. I don't know how you've lasted.
I don't
this
think it
long.
was. In fact, it's not that I think it was mean trolling. I think you guys said something and I felt like responding and I did. And you guys have been crying ever since. And now you have to be Sarah's daddy and she can't talk to me unless it's through you because you guys are so in your feels about it. I don't give a shit. I think it's
She
funny.
can do whatever the fuck she wants. What's
That's
not
right,
going to
but
happen is you don't get to come to my channel when
did.
you weren't invited and
I did.
call the shots.
I did.
But you didn't call the shots.
I
you?
did call the shots in the extent that I said exactly what I wanted. And I
Who
proved,
did you talk to besides me?
It doesn't matter. I proved the fact that they have to hide
You didn't
behind
talk
you.
to anybody. That's
Yes,
my point.
I proved
I
the
called
fact-
the shots on my channel. You made demands. You didn't get it. We sat there and listened to your wheezing breath clip for a minute.
Wow, you guys did it. Nonetheless, I proved exactly what I sought to prove, which was that
is
Sarah
what?
and Trippy didn't have shit to say. They have to hide behind you.
I
That's
didn't
it.
give them the option.
Oh, so you're their boss. They wanted to talk to me but couldn't?
On
and that's
my
a lie.
channel,
You did give them the option.
on my channel, I'm everyone's boss.
So you're lying about this. You didn't say on there, do you want to talk to Rob right now?
You're right. I did it first.
Oh, so then you
and
lied
then-
when you just previously said that you didn't give them the option. So I was correct that they didn't want to talk to me, except it was behind you.
You understand that not every inaccuracy is a lie, right?
So you can't remember what happened last week? That's all?
A
Okay,
month and a half ago.
okay.
Forgive me if it took me like, I don't know, a half of a second to jog to the right.
So
memory.
then your point of your defense of them being afraid to talk to me, which was you didn't give
I'm
them
not
the option,
defending
is
that.
wrong. Okay,
I'm
so
not
they were afraid to
defending that.
talk to me?
I don't have any idea. I didn't ask them. Do you think they're afraid to talk to you?
I think that they didn't want to talk to me in that moment. That's what I think. I think that's
Okay, well, I
obvious
guess-
by
I
the
guess-
fact they
I
hid
guess you
behind
could
you.
ask them.
And you were
I
happy
have
to
no
be the
idea how
guy
they
that they
felt
were
about
hiding
it.
behind.
I have no idea how they felt about it.
I guess I proved the point that I was trying to prove, that these people were big talkers. Trippy himself, when I talked to him afterwards, I was like, hey man, I owe you, because although I think I did what was right on your panel with Dusty and Radical Coder, it did screw up your show. Please, let me finish my point. We're not in your channel. You don't call the shots here. I said, Trippy, I feel like I owe you. He said, you did nothing wrong. In fact, if anything, it was me with the moderator Nova. I didn't explain to her what happened. Then he runs around behind my back like a bitch. It's very similar to what you do, which is you talk real tough when people aren't in the room. And then when they're in the room, you're like, oh, that's all right. Thanks for clearing up misconceptions, Andrew, and blah, blah, blah. You're not the tough guy that you try to play, the troll you try to be. I know you think it's impressive saying, we have nothing to lose because we're the homeless camp. Great, what a self-own. But it's not even that you're intimidating. No one even gives a shit. You're not even good at trolling. No one gives a shit.
I wasn't trolling you, and I'm not trying to intimidate you right now, Rob.
The trolling.
I'm actually trying to tread lightly so you don't feel attacked and run the fuck off.
What are you going to do? Have another panel verse meeting tonight talking about how best to put a video together of me breathing heavy because I've triggered you too much again?
I was thinking about a whole channel.
I mean, it would be better than what you're doing now. I'm happy. Dusty, here's what you don't understand about me. I actually don't even have hard feelings to you in the sense that I think it's probably a smart business move for you. Of course, it's now largely been at Sarah's expense, but to make every one of your videos about attacking the Crucible, people that claim to be fans of the Crucible, Andrew and me. I think that that's probably a smart business move for you.
I mean, let's be real. If I'm attacking Andrew, right? There's no reason to attack you. You
Yeah,
don't
you
add
do.
anything.
Yet you
don't
do.
add any. You didn't bring in your own clout.
Maybe true, and yet you do.
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, so then you don't need
But
to. But it's just for fun. It's the same reason I'm responding to you.
It's purely for my own amusement.
That's why I'm
It's fun
talking to
to
you.
It's fun to make fun of you.
That's
and
great.
your awake apnea.
Hey, that's great. I have asthma. It's not just awake apnea, but that's a good way of putting it. I think you guys could be funnier about it, but hey, you're trying your best. You don't have much to work with over there with you and your hapless crew on there in the Panelverse, but I actually
Says
don't
the
have a
man
problem
the
with
same
it.
5 callers every call-in show.
What's that?
Says the man with the same 5 callers every call-in show.
So? What's that have anything to do with anything?
My not much to work with is bigger than your not much to work with.
Really? Do you want to check Playboard? Do you want to check the average streaming numbers?
I'm talking about the people I interact with.
I interact with plenty of people. In fact, I interacted with hundreds this week at DebateCon. Were you and Sarah there?
We weren't.
Oh,
It
I
doesn't-
missed you. I must have missed you there.
From what I heard, you and
People
your wife
really
actually
missed
didn't
you.
mingle all that much.
What's that?
From what I heard, you and your wife actually didn't mingle all that much with the DebateCon people.
It's not true at all. I was there every night. What's my wife have to do with it?
Doesn't have anything to do with
Okay,
it.
so then what's your point? I was there every night at DebateCon, the entire time, both
Awfully
nights.
sensitive about that.
I'm not insensitive of anything
Why did you react that way when I said you and your wife?
because it seems you wanted to bring my wife into it. Why? What's that have to do with anything?
Because you guys were there together, correct?
We were there in the sense that my wife, her parents, and my son came, and she spent the majority of the weekend with him. And I was at DebateCon all 3 nights. I was at Grid's event, and then I was at DebateCon the following 2 nights. The entire time at DebateCon. Grid's event, I did get there late, but we were doing some things behind the scenes. That's it. So where'd you get your information that I wasn't hanging out with people much?
From EOD.
Well, he's incorrect. I was there the entire time. Also, I don't believe that he told you that I was barely at DebateCon. I think you're lying.
You're right. You're right. He didn't tell me that.
So why is it that every time I talk to you that you constantly have to admit that you're bad faith and lying? Like every single time at this point.
Because I'm actually good faith.
You're
That's
not.
That's why I tell you when I say something that's
So wait,
untrue.
so
you
then-
don't do the same thing.
So explain to me what was good faith about you just flat out making up what EOD told you. What's good faith about that?
The fact that I literally in the next breath said he didn't do that.
Okay, so let's assume
See,
this
this is what I'm talking about. Why you are so sensitive? It's like, are you an only child? You didn't learn how to play with others or some shit, did you?
3 siblings. No, what's going on is I think that you are someone that has like some sort of mental deficiency because what'll happen is you say something that's incorrect. I call it out. You admit that it's incorrect and you're like, but why did you call it out? Why do you have a problem with the fact of what I just said was
there's
incorrect?
nuance in communication, Rob. And
Okay.
you have a gimmick, you have a tactic that you use where you ignore the nuance and try to force people to defend a position that they didn't really want to take in the first
Okay,
place.
so then what's the nuance when you said that EOD said I didn't hang out at DebateCon that much? Explain the nuance that you're really
Okay,
trying to
here's
get
the
at.
nuance in that reply.
Okay,
EOD is your main mod.
correct.
You know goddamn well I wasn't talking to EOD and he didn't tell me that. That's why the thing that you said in response
Oh,
was,
okay.
I don't think he
No, no,
I
no.
don't think he told you that. I gave you an
No, no, no,
obvious
no.
lie. It's a tongue-in-cheek answer.
So
Why am I having to explain this
No,
to you?
no,
You
no.
don't know how to
I
communicate?
misunderstood. When you lie all the time, it actually becomes difficult to decipher when you're then trying to be honest. I thought the lie was I talked to EOD, but he didn't say you didn't mingle much. I didn't know the lie was you didn't talk to EOD.
Are you autistic?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. And
Okay.
what's that have anything to do?
You seem to have difficulty with social nuances.
Kovic, did you understand that when he said I was just kidding, that he was just kidding that EOD didn't tell him that, or that he never talked to EOD in the first place? I didn't get the difference.
Yeah, and
Called it out
it's-
immediately.
No,
yeah,
but
Dusty, and also that's not being good faith, Dusty. That would be like if I stole
It's
$10
absolutely
from you.
what's not being good faith.
That'd be
is
like if I
acting
told
like you
10
guys don't know where the joke is.
No,
Right,
Dusty, that'd be
because
like
the
if I stole
joke's no good.
$10. Yeah, if I stole $10 from you and then later on, hey, did you steal from me? Yeah, I stole the $10, but I'm being good faith. I told you I stole the $10.
Yeah,
That's
but in
not
that
being
case,
good
you
faith.
actually took something
Okay,
from me. What
then
did I,
Dusty,
Rob? What did I take from you, Rob?
a little bit of time dealing with your dumbass. I guess that'd be about
But you
it.
actually came pursuing me.
It doesn't matter. I felt like coming on for my
So,
amusement.
so I'm not taking shit from you. You're out
Well,
here
if I say-
volunteering your time for this interaction.
Who did you talk to then that said that I didn't mingle much, or you just made that up?
So here's the subtext of me saying it was EOD. I'm not telling you. That's the subtext. This
Someone-
is why I asked if you're autistic. You should have understood that.
So someone told you I wasn't at DebateCon much.
No, nobody told me you weren't there. Somebody said that you were not socializing very much. With,
Okay, well, I guess there's a lot of photos that would disprove that. So whoever told you that, might I recommend that you don't listen to them for this sort of information in the future, because they are grossly incompetent in this instance. Okay. Now,
well, I'll have to find somebody new to keep tabs on Rob, I guess.
now it's funny for someone that you said you have no interest. In fact, Andrew's the big dog and I bring nothing to the table. Now you have people keeping tabs on me in person.
Yes, yes.
So it sounds like that I'm a very crucial part of your model and interest and what you're doing on your channel.
Yes, yeah. I've got a whole team working on you.
Now, I would like to say that that sounds like an obvious joke, but I would have thought it was an obvious joke that you had at least one person that was keeping tabs on me. And that's clearly not.
We're gonna keep practicing the sarcasm, Rob. I'm gonna hit you with more of it.
Okay, I want Cool Vic to explain to me. Do you think the sarcasm, Cool Vic, is that there was no one that was keeping tabs on me, or that there was one person? What's the sarcasm here? Because I'm not getting it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You can't. It's both the same, so it's hard to tell to differentiate what's the sarcasm
Yeah.
and when you're being genuine.
Let me ask you this question: do you think that I have people keeping tabs, or a person keeping tabs on Rob?
I would hope not.
Of course not.
So you just made it up, is what you're saying. You just
No. There's all sorts of people that went to DebateCon, Rob, and then they got out of DebateCon and they talked about all sorts of things. Your name would come up. You recognize that, right?
So
When people are
someone,
doing-
so someone subjectively saying like I didn't see Rob much would mean that I wasn't at DebateCon much. That's what you glean from that.
See, this is the game you like to play, where you try to you're trying to force me to hold that position. All I'm doing is recounting to you what I heard somebody say. I don't even remember who said
That's
it.
not true. You're saying it as it's an affirmative conclusion. You said that I didn't mingle at
Hey,
DebateCon.
Rob,
much.
when you said that you were there the whole time, did I resist it?
I don't know. Resist
No, I
it?
didn't resist it. You
You
were
were
like,
like,
you,
no,
you
weren't."
told me your version, and I immediately accepted it.
Okay, so then I was at
Oh.
DebateCon mingling with a bunch of people, and you weren't there.
What's that have to do with anything?
I guess that's a shame. Well,
I
you were
was
just
not
talking about how your social circle is
It's
bigger
okay.
than mine when it comes to the online space.
The people that I interact with on my show, absolutely, it is bigger than yours.
I disagree. I've interacted with probably
Okay.
in the past month, probably over 30 callers, and that's just callers, let alone the people that I've actually debated.
I bet I had 30 people on my stream last night.
Well, then maybe it is larger, I guess.
It,
So
is bigger.
you think you had now? I would guess that we'll probably look into that, and that'll end up being bullshit that you didn't have 30 people on your stream last night, and then you'll say,
Oh.
"Oh, I'm good faith about lying to you, and bad faith about how many people were there." You don't
See,
understand
this
the
is where your
nuance.
bad faith is. Did I give you a guarantee on that number? No, I speculated. It was obviously speculation, Rob. This is why you're you're either autistic or you're a liar.
Okay, so then if you're speculating, then the number had to be somewhere close to 30. Like, for example, if I said I speculated that I had 70 people that called into my show today, and the answer is 2, you would say, like, Rob, that's bad faith. You're lying. And I said, no, I didn't say definitively 70. I just speculated. I speculated it was 70. That's all. You see? By the way,
Is that what you think I'm doing?
by the way, Dusty, this is sort of the category error that you've made with our initial conversation that got you blocked for 2 days in the first place. Now, you called in if you really want to talk about this, but you've never
Let's
asked
talk
to
about
talk
it.
about it. Yeah. Your argument, you correct me if I'm wrong, is this. You called in and said, Rob, you say that only the left is violent. I went back and forth with you for a lot and said, that's not true. I don't say that. I said the left is engaged in the majority of violence right now, but certainly you could be violent and be someone on the right or be someone apolitical or a centrist, etc. You kept saying, no, you're wrong. Till eventually I was fed up with it and said, look, I'm just going to go. You said it was on a short that I said that. I said, well, go check it out.
Rob,
But let me finish my point. Again, you don't call the shots here, my friend. You
we're
said,
on equal footing
you said,
here.
that's right. You said, yeah, do the short. And I said, if it turns out that what you're saying is correct, I'll give you the rest of the show to talk about whatever you want. If it turns out I'm right, then I'm going to ban you, which usually the ban lasts for 24 to 48 hours. By the way, our conversation was done anyways. Nonetheless, here's what occurred. As I started bringing the video up, you basically equivocated and said, I said something like that. Now you've been
Yeah.
telling your audience.
I immediately clarified that.
Okay,
Immediately.
so then what did I say like only the left commits violence? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I clarified it at least 3 times. Immediately clarified it when you said, so you're saying only, and I said no, something. So, you know, it was a generalization. I clarified that I was speaking in generalities. You ignored the clarification at least 3 times. I uploaded a video showing just that.
The clarification is the problem that I was accepting.
What's that?
The clarification is the problem. I accept the clarification and think that it's bullshit. That's the issue, Dusty. For example,
Okay.
if
So
you said
you're gonna decide what I mean then.
if you said, for example, right, if you called in or if I called into your show and said only Andrew Wilson takes super chats. That's what you said, Dusty. You said that only Andrew Wilson does super chats because you had a stream
Rob.
titled. Let me finish. You had a stream titled Andrew Wilson.
I don't know why you're bothering finishing. I've explained this to you.
You
1,000
haven't.
times.
You clearly
You're just-
still don't understand it, or you're being willfully
I
obtuse.
tagged you in the fucking video
Let
where
me
I showed that I
explain,
had done
and yet
it.
you won't let me explain. If you're doing a video that
It's a
says
waste of time.
that Andrew Wilson's a grifter, and I call in and say you're outrageous that you said that only Andrew Wilson takes super chats. And you said, I never fucking said that. And I said, yes, you did. And you said, I tell you what, let's go to the video where you're claiming I said that. And I said, well, you said something like that. And then you play the video and it says, Andrew Wilson's a big grifter. Did you say something like that? Of
So,
course not. That's what happened. I never said that
here-
only there were, let me finish.
This is a bad
Let me finish.
generalization.
Let me finish. I never said anything like only the left commits violence. I said from the get-go of that video and the short that the left was committing more political violence. You called in to
Rob,
disagree with me. And
you're
you
wrong.
disagreed by saying I claimed that only the left committed violence. And then when it came to brass tacks, you're like,
What
well, you
was the
said
video
something
title?
like that. I
What
don't
did you
remember
title that
it
live
doesn't
stream,
matter.
Rob?
It doesn't matter. I don't
Yes,
remember.
it does. Oh,
you
it does.
tell me, what did I call it?
You called it. You said the left. Democrats are is the party of violence. Something that
It wasn't
like-
that. That's
you
what
named. You named the party and said the party of violence.
I bet I
The
didn't.
Party.
I bet I
There's
didn't.
2 fucking main parties.
I mean,
So
we could
the
go back.
implica-
We could go back to
Wasn't
Sarah's video where she disproved this in real time to you.
Disproved what?
That was not the title of the video.
Why don't we just go look at the title of the video?
Okay. Now you're saying it says Democrats are the party of violence.
I'm not playing this game with you. Why don't we just look together and we'll discover it
No,
together?
no, wait, why? Because as soon as we come, and
Why?
Because as soon as we
understand the
come
game.
and it
You
turns
want-
out that's
you want
not
me
the
to-
video.
You want me
This
to
is the
commit-
game.
You
This
want
is
me
the
to
game you play.
arbitrarily commit to some position that I'm not committing to.
This is the game you play. You say I said something, and then when I say, okay, that's what you're saying, you'll say, well, I'm not saying that. And then whatever the title of my video is,
you're one
you're going to say,
persona
yes,
with
that's
this
what I meant. It could literally, the
You're-
title of the video could be something
You
like
consider yourself
the
a
left
good
one
a good
time committed
communicator?
a violence, and you're going to be like, oh, that's what I was saying.
Right here.
You
it
know
says
what? Just so there's no
Democrats-
confusion, we'll pull it up exactly.
Okay,
It
where
says
does
right
that say the? Where does that say the? Now your super
I'm
chat,
still looking for it.
it's on the screen
Oh, it's-
right
Oh, can
now.
you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was
See
on a
it?
different tab.
Where does it say
Democrats
the?
are okay. Democrats are party of violence.
Yeah. Where does it say the?
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing. So it doesn't say the, so it's not exclusive. So you're not saying the left is responsible for the violence here.
I was saying in the instances of violence I was talking about there, the left was responsible. And in fact, I go further and say overwhelmingly, the left and the Democrats commit more violence. That is completely different than what your criticism of me was, which I said that only they committed violence. And when you said something like that, I never said anything close to only the Democrats commit violence. That was my
So
point
in
the
actuality,
entire
are you saying then that in actuality all parties are parties of violence?
I would say that all parties have members of them that commit violence. Yes.
So then why did you specify one party on your title?
Because they were overwhelmingly committing acts of violence in the here and now. Which was the entire point of my video, which you called in to disagree with. And instead of, I thought the disagreement would be something like this. Well, let me show you examples of violence from the other side. Or some of these instances of violence you're talking about are incorrect being coming from the left. Instead, your attack on me was, you said that it's incapable for right-wingers to commit violence. I said, that's not true. I've never made such claims. And you continued to go with it. And then right at the 0 hour, you're like, well, you said something like that. That's not true at all.
See,
I didn't
you're lying
say
again.
anything
You're
close.
lying again. This is revisionist history. I clarified my point immediately.
To what?
You decided to ignore the clarifications.
What was your clarification to?
You know what? Instead of relying on my memory so that you can have another thing to try to sync your
You seem to
another
have a
cohort,
very faulty memory.
Why don't I just pull it up? Because I've got it
Sure.
right here.
Sure.
I tagged you in this video, by the way.
I know,
so-
I saw. And
okay.
you said something like that. I said nothing like only the left commits violence. Never once did I say anything like that. That's what I'm saying. I accept your clarification and still say it's inaccurate.
Yes, you did say something like that. You designated one party as the party of violence.
I don't know what to say. Are you this stupid? Do you understand why you're incapable of actually having a streaming career except through drama? You're literally this fucking stupid. You can't even have this simple discussion. You can't have it. I'm telling you, I've clarified like 15 times. Let me be clear about this. Saying that one party overwhelmingly commits violence isn't anywhere like saying only they commit violence. Those are two completely different things.
It's not at all like that. It is kind of like that.
No, it's not like that at all. If I say, you know, Jim is a criminal, right? And you say that means anyone who's not Jim can't be a criminal. That's what you said, Rob. I'd say that's fucking ridiculous. That's what you're trying. Well, you said something like that. No, I just said Jim's a criminal. That's what I said. The left is incredibly violent. The Democrats are endorsing this violence. We saw what happened post Charlie Kirk. We could see the violence that was occurring ever since Trump came down the escalator.
You don't understand the implications. If you choose one party and say Democrats are the party of violence, the implication, of course, the communication that all of your audience is going to walk away with is that the right is not the party of violence.
I don't know what to say other than you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what to say other than you're an idiot.
You're a fucking liar, Rob.
What am I lying about? What am I lying about here?
You're lying. You're pretending like you don't understand what you're saying when you say it because you got a little technicality.
Okay.
You understand what you're communicating. You understand that there are two parties in most people's mind. You understand what you're communicating, and now you're trying to play me on a technicality.
No, if your criticism of me was, Rob, I think that you're exaggerating how much left-wing violence there is and be downplaying how much right-wing. And therefore, I think that you're giving a misconception to your audience because I don't think that it's that much of a deviation between the left and right. We would have had a discussion. Instead,
that was literally what I told you.
That is not. Your argument was you said that only the left commits violence. Yes,
I was up there for half a fucking hour. We had a whole conversation, about what you just said. I should have said. That is what I said. You waited until you found one thing that was phrased imprecisely, and then you latched onto that because you're a desperate bitch and you're a coward and you didn't want to talk to me because you know that you're being a desperate bitch and a coward. I'm sharing screen on the thing backstage.
So just to be clear, your argument is I talked to you for an hour about what we wanted to talk about, and then I latched onto something that you said to be a desperate fuck. So I talked to you for an hour, then I latched onto something that you literally said, which I asked you to clarify like 2 or 3 times, and you said yes. And I know, Dusty, that's what you do when you think of me and you're doing all those videos.
That's what you're doing right now.
But not interested in that. What I'm saying is, if you wanted to make an argument, and I did push back on you in the argument that I was incorrect about the left and their violence. However, what I took umbrage for was you putting words in my mouth, me saying that only the left was the party of violence. That only they could. Let me finish. Then when you said something like that, no, me saying what I was saying the entire time and talking to you about, which was that the left is committing more violence, is nowhere near close to me saying only the left commits violence.
So here's the thing, Rob. If you understand that miscommunication was just that, but you still choose to understand the miscommunication as what I was saying, that's you, bitch.
No.
That's you, bitch.
Oh you said that violence can only occur on the left. I said, no, that's wrong.
At
you
this
said,
point,
well, you said,
for sure know what I was trying to tell you.
You mean something like that. I do not mean anything like that. The way I've explained it here to you is nothing like saying only the left commits violence. It's not like that. You're worlds away.
You understand what I'm telling you now. You've understood it for a long fucking time. So why are you still trying to like nitpick this semantic issue when you know what the fuck I was communicating?
I do not know what you were communicating. That's
So
why I
we're
banned
back,
you.
We're back to are you autistic, Rob?
No, listen, your argument is this. You were butthurt and you whined and felt attacked. You got all in your feels because I banned you because you said something that was blatantly untrue. And I gave you time after acknowledge, yeah, you're right. That's not correct. That's not what you said. You insisted that it was in that video. Then you said, well, you said something like that. We watched the video. I said nothing like that. So I banned you. Now, when you come on here and it took you forever to sort of articulate what you're trying to say, which is, no, actually, Rob, I don't think
articulated
you
it
said,
that day, Rob.
I don't think you said anything close.
Why are you so desperate to manufacture an injury
What are you
that's been done
talking
to you
about?
or an
Again,
offense?
What are you
Oh,
talking
you're desperate for it. Ryan talked over you too much. I
There
said
you
put
go.
words in your
There you
mouth.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
everybody's trolling you. You are desperate to manufacture offenses that
I'm
people
not.
have done to you.
That's exactly what you're doing here the whole time. You keep accusing me of using your own words as somehow me some offense to you. Of using your own words when I asked you to clarify over and over and over, and you kept doubling down. You're like, of
I've
course you know that you
clarified
can't
over
trust
and
me.
over and over. I couldn't possibly
not.
make it any more clear to you, and you're still acting
Play
like
the video
you
that's
don't know what the
backstage.
fuck's happening.
Play the video that's backstage if it's the one he had.
Why quit share screening? You want to see it? All right.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know why.
yeah,
Here, let me pull it up again.
it disappeared.
I got you. Hold on. I don't know why we're continuing to cover this. You understand what the fuck I was trying to say? You've understood what the fuck I was trying to say.
It's not true. I understood what you were trying to say, and I know you're backtracking now. What you're doing is you said something that you were called out that it was stupid, that you were incorrect of what you claimed I said, and then once I called it out, now you're trying to change the meaning of what you said.
All right. Let me try to add the before presenting a screen, remove other media streams from the stage. So let me
Yeah,
try
you just
this,
add it like any
guys.
other guest.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but it says make sure you move all media. So let's try this. Yeah, it keeps saying before presenting a screen, remove other media streams from the
So
stage.
whose share screen is that?
Oh, this is mine.
Okay, yeah, end your share screen. Yeah, and then pull mine up.
Okay, and my share. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm a boomer sometimes. So here we go. All right. There we go. Okay. So
You're
then does
definitely
it
being a
just pull up
sensitive
there?
victim.
I'm not.
You're definitely being hyperbolic when you say that the left is the only party of violence.
Did I say that?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Show me.
Pull your short up.
Okay. The short I just did this morning, I said
The
the
short
left.
you've been looping, yeah.
The left is the only party of violence. That's what this says. That's
Something
what
to that
this is.
effect. That may not
Okay.
be exact phrasing, but yes, that is the sentiment
Okay.
expressed
So
there.
I said nothing to that effect. Yep.
I said it may not have been the exact phrasing. Immediately, I told you that, Rob. Why are you acting like you didn't
But
know that?
Dusty, I didn't say something to that effect. That's the issue I'm having. I didn't say something to that effect. I did not say anything close to the effect of only the left commits violence. Nothing close to that. So when you clarify and say I said something to that effect, that doesn't help you. That's you.
How
telling
many
me
parties are there?
There's we'll
Have
you
major
want-
parties. How many real parties are
Two.
there? Okay. Your title designates one party.
That's not true. Can the Democrats be a party of violence and Republicans be a party of violence?
Sure they can. But
Okay.
is that what anybody is going to think you
It
meant
doesn't-
when they
it's
read
what
that?
I think we'll think what I meant is that the Democrats are way worse. I don't think that anyone will think this means that only Democrats or left-wingers can commit violence, which was what you said I was saying something
You
like.
had spent the whole fucking day talking about how the left was after everybody. Your whole show was about the left attacking the right and being violent. Your title specified one party as the party of violence. So
Dusty.
if you don't understand what the fuck you're communicating, I don't know what you're doing in communications.
Dusty.
Yeah,
is
but
me
that-
saying
Dusty-
if I say that the Democrats are by far more likely to commit violence, is that anything like saying that only the Democrats commit violence? A simple yes, no will suffice.
It is yes, it is like
It is not like that at all.
It's not exactly the same.
But-
It's quite similar.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
I just I just want to add real quick that, as a viewer myself, I saw Rob's title and I've seen him talking about these things. I didn't come away with the impression that, oh, wow, Rob is saying that it's only the Democrats that commit violence. And I think a lot of other people agree with that.
Clarified that shit. That's not what I was trying to say that he said. I clarified that shit. Here, we can pull that back up. I clarified 3 more times.
It's not like the same. Dusty, if I say Israel is a country of violence, is that anything like, and then
you didn't put let me finish. There was no
finish. Is that
title.
anything like saying Palestinians don't commit violence? Is it
there
anything
was no
like that?
In the title. Without the
okay, Israel
people are left to assume, right? So you should have specified which fucking words you wanted in there because Democrats party of violence ain't a fucking sentence.
First off, you didn't say it was from the title of my video. You said it was from my short. So even if the title of my video said that, what you're saying right here is that's what I said in that short. So it doesn't matter what the title of the video was for what you're saying.
Why?
Secondly,
hold on. I say what is the source of my opinion matter to the point that's being conveyed?
Because the point that's being conveyed is you called into my show and said something that was erroneous. That you said that I said that only the left could commit violence or only the Democrats could commit violence. I said that's not true. You said, yes, it's on your short. I said, let's bring it up. You said, you say something like that. Nowhere was there anything like that said in my video. You then later go on to say that in my short where I talk about the left engaging in violence and how it's going to uptick after the election of Donald Trump, you're like, yep, that's like saying only the left commits violence. No one who's interested in being remotely objective thinks that that's like that. No one. You're only you.
Really? Is that a fucking objective statement?
Yes, I'm saying that most people that are interested in
You're talking to nobody, so we can't find anybody who thinks that. Is that what you're saying?
Most.
Okay, is that what you're saying?
Let me rephrase. Almost everyone.
Oh, you want to fucking rephrase now, Rob?
That's right.
No, you said only. You said nobody. You said nobody, Rob.
Okay, I'm rephrasing.
You see how fucking obnoxious this shit is, Rob?
No, it would be like, remember when you said that you were plowing all the dudes in the Panelverse? Remember when you said that in your stream 3 nights ago? You said that you licked all their assholes. Remember that? Remember you said that?
Yeah, I didn't say anything remotely like that.
Okay, well, I'm just speculating. I'm speculating that's what you said. Right? It's kind of annoying when someone does that. It's not the same as you just not choosing words.
You are so dramatic and hype. You're just.
I just want to remind you all.
Why do you lie to make yourself a sensitive baby?
What am I lying
about? You are
lying. The only person who's been caught lying over and over again is you, Dusty. Over and over.
But you said nobody. You said nobody.
I said nobody who's objective or attempting to be objective.
Really?
Yes.
Nobody.
Well, what I'm saying is, hypothetically, I do understand this, that when we say words like always or nobody, there's always a possibility to find an extreme outlier. So because you wanted to be hyper-focused on that term, I was willing to grant to you that perhaps we'd find someone say almost everybody or almost nobody is what I was willing to say. This is different than when you say, when I'm telling you is that even you, if it wasn't for the fact that this was you, if you just saw this interaction, if Cool Vic was in your place, right? And he said, Rob, you say something in this video like only the left commits violence. And then we watch the video and the video just says, boy, the left is really violent and they're getting worse. That you would say, yeah, that's not anything like saying only the left commits violence.
Rob, there are two parties that matter. If you're hyper focused on one of the parties, the implication is that the same problem doesn't exist on the other side.
Okay,
right?
So I just want to be clear. So anytime, if you do you have individual criticisms about the left or the right, about the Republicans or Democrats?
Do I?
Yes. Like, for example,
Why?
Is there a specific issue you're like, I think the Democratic Party is worse at this, or the Republican Party is worse at this?
Sure.
Okay, so if you would just talk about it, for example, let's say that you were doing a stream on Texas re-gerrymandering, and you said, I think it's terrible. The Republicans are doing this gerrymandering shit, it's possible. You're telling me that that would be you basically saying that the Democrats don't gerrymander.
Rob, this is fucking retarded. You're still acting like you don't understand what I was saying, and like you're not responsible for your sloppy communication.
My communication.
You're the communicator in this sense.
My communication was perfectly fine.
Your communication was not perfectly fine.
Everybody in my audience that regularly follows me.
Everybody in your audience. Okay.
Yes, that regularly follows me.
Here's where you're lying, Rob. I was in your fucking audience. That's why I called in.
Oh, okay. I said that regularly follows me. Right? Is that you?
Well, I follow you regularly.
Well, wait a minute. You told me previously when I talked to you that you barely watch me. It's just once in a blue moon you would catch me on. Now you're
don't think that
changing
was
that?
me.
Were you lying then or now?
Me. I think you're making it up.
I'm not.
I don't recall saying
So
that.
now you're admitting now that you regularly watch me.
I'm saying I was a regular enough viewer that regular is a subjective thing, right? What's the how frequently is regular, Rob? Can we define this?
Sure, 3 times a week. I just got to call. Panelverse
Hold
call.
on. It's my daughter. Give me a second.
Okay. Nonetheless, cool, Vic, you see the issue here, right? My entire issue was that it's nothing like saying that. Me saying that, wow, look at all this violence that we see occurring from the left. And when Dusty calls in and says, you say that only the left commits violence. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Yes, you did it in your short. Okay, let's go to it. And he says, well, you said something like that. No, I didn't say anything like that. And him saying, well, it's a problem of communication. You need to be more clear. More clear than what? I said to him repeatedly, I never said that only the left commits violence. Ever? How could it be more clear than that?
And I
Dusty could have said,
that-
oh,
that
my
I did-
bad. Yeah,
and
you're
I
right. You
clarified
never
my
said.
position too. We both clarified. How is it that you're still pretending like?
You didn't clarify.
What the fuck did we just watch, Rob?
You said something
Oh my
like
God.
that's not a clarification.
This is complete nonsense.
Well, the reason we're talking about this nonsense is because you got your feelings hurt. Huh? You got
My
your feelings
aren't
hurt.
hurt.
You did. You
My
got your
feelings aren't
feelings.
hurt.
Now
What
you
I
got
did
your
is
feelings.
I lost respect for you.
Here we
Rob.
go. So your feelings got hurt. And I understand that. So your feelings are real hurt. And so then you decided the next day when I was on Sarah's panel that you were going to call on and bring that baggage because your feelings were hurt. And you've talked about this many times afterwards. And you put this video out and you said, oh, Rob, he banned me for no reason. I clarified my position and he banned me. And it hurt your feelings. Now,
Rob,
Vic, would you mind sharing a video of mine?
Situation.
Vic, would you mind sharing a video of mine now that we played Dusty's video?
The
where you can see-
situation is that
So I'm going
I
to
didn't
share the
realize
screen
that
here.
you were the bitch that you are.
Let's see.
All right.
When I
Share the-
realized that, now I'm treating you like the
buddy.
bitch you are.
Buddy, it's okay. Your feelings gonna hurt. I get it. Here, let's play this.
Mhm.
All right, you ready? We'll see him pull that up.
Oh, all right.
Now, you see, what happens with Dusty is he misspeaks a lot. Have you noticed that? He just misspeaks a lot. Here we go.
There's me being good faith again. Can we pause it, Rob? I have a question for you. We're gonna pause it.
I'm sorry. Were you just now? Last time I brought this up to you, your claim was it was AI. That was AI talking. Is what you said last time, right? That's what you said last time. Go ahead.
So, Rob, let's talk about the timeline here because we're dealing with 3 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The day we're place and that I clarified my way out of. So the second day when we were on Sarah's panel, I leaned into it. You treat me like a douche, I'll treat you like a douche. The third day, I went to you and in good faith once again told you, hey, I was fucking with you yesterday because you fucked with me the day before.
I didn't fuck with you. I never said anything
You
near.
absolutely fucked with me.
I did. I just want to
Yes,
be
you
clear.
did.
I just want to let's get this out definitively.
You don't want to be clear.
Definitively,
You
just-
don't want to be clear.
just
Rob,
definitively-
you are committed to not being clear on anything.
I just want to be clear. Definitively, what you're telling me is, just to be clear, that me saying the left is going to commit more violence is near saying, or something like saying, only the left commits violence. A yes or no will suffice.
Nope, because that's not what you were saying.
Then what was I saying?
That was one of the things that you were saying.
What-
That's not the thing that I took contention with.
Okay, what was it in that short that I said that was said something like that only the left commits violence? In that short, you said that I said something like
rolling off of memory, right? Which this was a month and a half ago, so it will be imperfect. You only were hyper focusing and exaggerating the violence from one side. Now, this is the same fucking thing that I explained to you. This is the same fucking thing. Why are you laughing, Jabba? This is the same thing I've explained to you 1,000 times.
Jabba, come on now. Weren't you the guy?
Jabba.
You just were pretending to jack off looking at me. You can't think of, unless you're saying you were jerking off for Jedi too. Is that what you were doing? Was that your favorite one to rub one out to? Return of the Jedi?
This is a circle. I know that you want to make it literally.
Let's keep the masturbation metaphors to yourself.
I was saying this is. Do you understand how metaphors work? This is a circle jerk of a conversation.
Yes, I understand. You're going back to the masturbation metaphor.
I'm not sure what communication mechanisms you understand anymore.
I think I do just fine. Let's put a poll up in Kolvik's chat. How about that? At Kolvik, why don't you put a poll up?
Oh, you want to
ask people?
Chat. And you want to pull a chat full of people that you know don't like me? Okay.
Well, whose fault is it that they don't like you?
Oh, I'll take blame for that. That's my fault.
All right, forget the poll then. It is fair that it's, I'll say it's completely fair that it's, I'm saying that I believe an overwhelming proportion of people would think that those two things aren't anywhere near the same. If I said in a video, wow, Israel's committing genocide against Palestine, right? And you happen to think that that's a hyperbolic statement. Is that anywhere near saying that Palestine hasn't committed violence? Let me finish. Is that anywhere near saying, let me finish. Is that anywhere near saying that Palestine hasn't committed violence against Israel?
Here's what we're doing now. Right. You feel like you communicated well. I feel like you communicated like shit.
Okay.
Somewhere in there is the truth. And we're not going to agree on it.
That's fair enough. So then you acting like a little bitch because you got banned and then still complaining about it months later when you're, what's the issue? If you understand, I think you were full of shit.
You came up here to talk to me.
That's right.
You were the one complaining that I wouldn't that I was protecting Sarah.
It's true.
What was the reason that I told you that you didn't get to call the shots, Rob?
I don't know. Something about you were trying to grift money or some bullshit like that.
I did grift money.
Whoa, you did it. Congratulations.
My issue was that you. Why would you show up
of the money you made from that video you donated to Cool Vic to come up here earlier?
What?
I said, yeah, and you just donated money to Cool Vic earlier. What was that, like 5% of your earnings for the month that you got?
Not even close.
Whoa.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You would not believe me if I told you how much I made yesterday.
On YouTube? Mm-hmm. All right, you want to look it up? Let's see how you're doing for the month, shall we? Is that what you want to do?
You can look that up. It came through. I was going to doctor some screenshots so that you can't see who sent me stuff. Not everything comes through Super Chat.
We don't, but now it wasn't just through YouTube.
It was a YouTube viewer. Yes, it was.
Oh, another misspeak.
It wasn't a misspeak.
So you got money that wasn't through YouTube.
It wasn't a misspeak. Gotcha. You made assumptions and you ran with it, which were stupid assumptions. Because do you have a Cash App, Rob? Do you have a PayPal? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do people who are in your audience and send you Cash Apps or PayPal?
Yes, that's why if you ask me through YouTube, I would say no, it was through other places as well. I wouldn't say like you did.
You don't consider that revenue from your fucking YouTube channel, Rob?
Holy fuck. You are this stupid, are you? No, I do consider that revenue. Dishonest. I don't think it's through YouTube.
Rob, I don't know. I think that you're autistic.
I
truly do.
Your clinical diagnosis is me irrelevant. Now, nonetheless, now that we've dispensed with
your
initial,
tested for autism?
now that we've dispensed with your initial, oh my God, I'm in my feels because Rob banned me for 24 hours or 48 hours on his channel. What else did you have left to say about this? You then just act like a grumpy. You're the one saying I'm a bitch.
You're acting
the one
like I came here to talk to you.
Hey, it's Trippy. Oh. There's a coward. What's up, Trippy? Why don't you come up? Is Daddy Dusty allow you to come up? Yeah, it's Daddy Dusty allowing you to come up today, Trippy. Is he allowing you?
If Vic's cool with it, I can send him a link on Discord.
Oh, what are you, his talent man? You got to send him the link.
So, is it all right? Would you like Trippy to come up?
Bring him up.
All right.
He's gung ho, right?
Link down. All right. Sending a new link down. And by the way, mods, delete the link after Trippy comes up.
Now, if I was being a bitch because I did a video in
You
response
are
to,
being a bitch for
if
sure.
I was being a bitch because I did a video in response to you guys trolling me and Sarah talking about the power of the Panelverse, what is it you being a bitch for getting banned from me multiple times you've told this story?
Rob,
What's that?
I have a
So
question
you're a
for you.
super uber bitch? Is that what you are?
I didn't hear your question. I got one for you.
Well, that's what you'll hear my question first. I said if I was a bitch because
I'm
trolls
not gonna
and Sarah said something and I responded to it with one video, what is it you responding multiple times, including trolling and then doing multiple videos afterwards about getting
Rob,
banned
you have
on my
not done
channel?
one video. You have not done one video about me. So straight out the gate, that's bullshit.
What are you talking about?
What
I
do you
didn't even
mean, what
say
am
I did
talking
one
about?
video about you. I said I did one video after the Panelverse stuff. I don't.
Oh, this is EOD. EOD wanted to come up too.
Yeah, you
Might
just
as well
leave
make it a
Trippy come up,
CO2.
man. I don't want to get
Yeah.
accused of needing a sidekick. Fuck it, bring Trippy up. Bring the rest of the
Well, if
Panelverse
Trippy's gonna
up.
come up here, man, I'm not gonna let him dogfight.
No,
That's
no,
bullshit.
no. EOD.
All right, man. Look, get the merch. The merch is great. All right, cool. I'll see y'all later.
Later, EOD.
So yeah. So what's that? If me responding to Sarah with one video there, was that me being a bitch? What are you for responding me with multiple? About getting banned on my channel.
Making a response video isn't what makes you a bitch.
Then what was
Feeling
it?
like you were attacked when you were not
You
attacked is
felt
what
like
makes you a bitch.
you felt like
Feeling
you were
like you need to-
attacked.
hold on, I'm explaining why you're a bitch. You should know this, right? Don't you want to know why you're a bitch?
Yeah, let's hear it, Dusty.
Okay.
From a bitch himself. Let's hear it.
Getting upset and feeling like you were under attack when you weren't is why you're a bitch. Thinking that Ryan acted inappropriately and so you should just cam up and mute the tab. That's why you're a bitch.
Mhm.
You act like a huge baby bitch all over the internet, Rob.
Okay, and I think that you're a bitch for whining to the point of having to go on Sarah's channel and troll and be disingenuous, do video after video, talk about it on panel after panel, how I banned you disingenuously. I think that's a bitch. I think making your whole career after doing drama of people that are better than you and actually have content that they
You
like
do
watching
drama too,
also makes you a
Rob.
bitch.
You're
But
a
it's,
drama content creator too,
that's not
Rob.
true. I would say
It
less
is
than
true.
I would say less than 2% of everything I've ever done is
Okay.
drama. The number for you has to be closer to
less
90.
than 2%. My
Correct.
ass, less than 2%.
Okay, on any given week, I do about 10 to 12 shows. How many of those do you think involve drama?
What percentage of each one of those shows are you talking about something that's drama related?
Okay, let's say 2%.
Yeah, no, I don't buy that.
That's what I thought. Trippy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing.
So remember when I talked to you and you said, oh, yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. And actually, I should have told Nova how to moderate better. You remember that conversation?
No, I should have given her the ability to be able to moderate better in the StreamYard.
Yeah, but remember when you were having the conversation about, like, I said, hey, I think even though I did what was right by me, I still owed you. And you said, oh, no, you did do what was right by you. You remember that?
Yeah. And then you went on your show and you said, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm the biggest person on that show. I don't care if it burns down.
That was
without me."
before I had that conversation with you. I did do that. And
Well, you
I didn't do it in
apologized
that
on the
many
stream.
words. I didn't do it in that many words. What I said was that they needed me more than I needed them. But yeah,
I know,
that's true.
because all you guys over there have big fucking heads.
Okay,
You
but
realize
then
this is temporary,
but
right? Like you're not going to be able to make a full living till you
maybe
die.
so. Let's say
on
that's
YouTube.
how do you know I could die today? So then I did it, right?
If you don't get that awake apnea taken
You
care
know
of, you
what?
might.
I'll give you that. one as
Oh,
a good
come
joke.
on, Dusty. We're not going to listen to a meth head like you talk about fucking.
And somehow I'm still in better health than you are.
Are you?
I guarantee it.
We don't know. I guess to be determined. So far, your clinical diagnoses have been failing short here with the autism claims. So I'm not so sure how much we buy the rest of your clinical.
I think that
diagnosis.
Vic should make a poll and see who's in better health. I bet you still win, but I bet it's not by a large margin.
I don't know. I think my health's okay.
Even Vic's audience can recognize that you're morbidly obese and you can't breathe well.
Morbidly? How about sufficiently obese? Nonetheless,
Okay, call it whatever makes you feel better about it.
you know what makes me
I,
feel
yeah,
better?
I didn't mean to butt in. Why don't you guys
Sufficiently
go ahead?
morbid. How about that? Nonetheless, the point that I'm trying to make, Trippy, is all those things were said before I talked to you, and you had your chance to voice them. Instead, what you did, you were like, "Oh no, I get it, man. Yep, no problem."
Did what?
And then that's what you did.
Did what? Oh, yeah. You mean on Speakeasy's channel?
Correct?
When you guys, the guy that you guys are going to go ahead and try to push up to the top, even though he's going to fuck you guys over.
Maybe that's
Okay,
true. And
well,
what's that have anything to
Robert-
do with what I'm talking about?
All right, Robert. So when this comes down to it, you apologized on my channel prior to that. I said, cool, we're good. I don't care. And then you want to bitch out and you want to fucking send me an invite to your channel while I'm live on Dusty's. And then as soon as Dusty was done, you want to fucking retract that invite?
Who did
Talk about a
that?
fucking coward. Talk about a fucking
Who
fat
did that?
coward.
Who did that?
You, Mr. Bitch Tits.
Show me.
I got the invite from Emmett in my DMs.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, Rob wants you to come onto the show right now.
No,
Oh,
here's what.
you can't make it?
No,
Oh,
here's,
well, Rob
that's
said
not,
you can't
that's
come on
not what-
tomorrow then.
I have the DMs
Yeah,
as well too.
that's what fucking Emmett.
I have the DMs as well. I have the DMs
What the
as
fuck?
well.
I thought you were supposed to be this good speaker. Why are you stuttering?
Let me see what Emmett said.
Yeah, you guys fucking sit here, you look at a cartoon, and then you're like, oh, that guy's probably stupid. You realize my show takes more than yours.
2025 at 5:22. Emmett says,
You-
I
you
could try
fucking
to
come
DM
into the
Trippy.
front
Do you
room
want
like
me
a fucking
to? I
freight
said,
train,
sure. I'll try to
Flying
get him
your
on a
fat ass
one-on-one
down
with
in
you.
your seat.
I sent him a
hold on,
message and
Trippy.
went to his live to invite him, but did not receive an answer. I'll let you know. Trippy could do a 1v1 it tomorrow. I said, nah, fuck him, because that was after you went on Dusty's show talking shit.
I was on there to talk to your boss, Andrew.
What's that have to do with you talking shit about me on there?
Did I talk shit about you on there?
Yes.
Did I throw some bants that you can't handle?
No, I can handle them quite fine.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
So
you were
what
a
the fuck
bit.
is
So
the
when you were
problem?
in person talking to me, you were, oh no, that's good.
Yeah,
I'd love to work
and I
with you.
figured if
And
I
then
came onto
behind
your
the
show-
scenes, when I'm not there, you're a big tough guy, just like your daddy
Rob.
Dusty here. You're all the same. Fucking tough
Rob,
guys. When people,
you're all the fucking same.
and how so?
Christians for profit. Motherfuckers that don't do anything Christian but sit there and call everybody else
How
the wrong
Christian
fucking
am I?
person.
What do you know about
I
my
don't know.
Christianity?
I don't know. You're
So you're
following
just
daddy
talking out your
fascist
ass.
over there.
You're talking
Uh-huh,
out your ass.
yeah.
You don't have a fucking
Oh,
clue.
so the Crucible's not Christian at all then?
Sure they are. And
Okay, and you're part of the Crucible, aren't you?
I was hired to be an employee, and my religious belief was
Ah.
not contingent on my being hired.
All right, so you could just be a fucking Muslim. You'd be
Maybe.
a pagan.
I don't know. I'm not, but maybe I could have been. I don't know.
Uh huh.
Andrew didn't give me some sort of religious test
excuse out of
before he
you all
hired
the
me.
fucking time. You
What
want
are
to
you
call
talking
people
about?
fucking cowards. You want to sit there with your red fucking face, looking like you're practicing to be Santa Claus. You want to sit there with your
No
fucking hat
practicing,
on
I've
that
been,
hasn't
baby.
been washed in 15 years,
This
and
is
then
a
you want to
brand new
talk shit
hat.
about
What are
other
you
fucking
talking
people.
about? You can't even get your
You wanna
insults
talk
about
shit about
this
other
hat
fucking
that
people.
looks like it hasn't been washed in 15 years. It's
Excuse
certainly
me, you're
brand new.
talking over me. I should probably just mute myself then.
That's right. You got it, Trippy, you little
No,
bitch.
because
why don't
you're the
you
one
shut-
that pulled that move.
Now, listen. Let's start with this. You want to make insults in people's appearances? Let's see your face. Oh,
You're a
that's right.
tough
You're a
little fuck.
dickless coward.
Oh,
You're a
that's
dickless
right.
coward.
My face is on my
That's
live
right.
shorts.
I am a
My
dickless
face is
coward.
on my
Then
shorts.
bring it
Oh
up.
my god, I
Then bring
poked
it
a
up.
hole in
You
your
got a
logic,
cam?
you dumbass.
Then bring it up.
I'm not going to do it right now because it irritates you when I don't.
What's what I thought? I'm a dickless
It
coward.
irritates you
You
when I
talk
don't.
a lot of shit.
I've
You
got
talk a lot of
videos
shit
of myself
behind.
on
You
camera
talk
on my
shit
Instagram.
behind. You talk
I've
shit
got
behind.
videos of
That's
myself
right.
on
There
my
you
own
go,
live
Trippy.
stream
There
channel.
you go. You talk
I've got
shit when
videos
you're
of
not
myself
in
on
person.
fucking Rumble.
You talk shit when you're
Excuse
not in
me for
person.
trying to use my
I don't
artistic
give a
talent
fuck. You don't
to
have
fucking
artistic
show
talent.
off to the
That's
audience.
artistic talent. That's why no one watches you, dumbass. Because you have
That's why
none.
no one watches your dumbass.
How
Then
many-
how did I get your fat fucking attention?
I
Since you're
felt
so
bad.
fucking
You want to
important.
know? I
Since
felt
you're
bad
so
for you.
fucking important.
I felt bad for you. That's why.
You're not
because
important,
I felt
Rob.
you were a charity
And when
case.
this all dies out for
really
you,
You were a
and
charity
you're sitting
case.
there and you're
That's
crying
right,
about
I
it,
get it.
we won't even see it on live stream because nobody gives a shit about you.
That's right, Trippy. You
Nobody
might
gives a
think
shit
that.
about you personally,
Keep
but you're taking
talking,
all this
keep
shit to your
talking,
head.
Keep
If you
talking.
would listen to me,
That's what-
I'll just
there
fucking
you go.
diagnose
Go
you
ahead.
right now.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
You are very soon to be a full-fledged fucking narcissist, and you're acting like it all the fucking time on stream. It's recorded over and over about how you talk about how you're better than people. I'm better than you because my subscriber account is fucking higher. Yeah, how much did that cost?
It
You don't
didn't
know,
cost.
do you?
Okay, so now you can
don't
be
know, do
quiet.
you?
Now you can be
People
quiet.
can
Shut
buy
your
subs
fucking
for
mouth.
you
Now you
and
can
send
shut
them
your.
to your channel.
Now you can shut your mouth for a minute and you'll listen to me. First off, you are
Sorry, it doesn't
literally a
shut, I smile.
nobody. It's not that I think that I'm better than everyone. It's that I think I'm specifically better than you people who are
you
no
haven't
ones.
realized
And you're
that
right.
you're a nobody yet.
Would you shut the fuck up? Is it
You haven't shut the
possible?
fuck
You
up.
Do I have
illustrate
to?
your point. You illustrate your point constantly why you people are beneath me and anyone
Yeah,
else who
wow,
wants to
you-
have a serious conversation. You're incapable of just shutting the fuck up. Right now, listen. Number one, no one is interested in what you have to say or what Dusty has to say outside of stupid little political dramatizing. That
You
is
are.
why you came to people like me. That's why you wanted someone like me
You
on your
came
show,
to us.
because you're incapable of having a
never
show
came
that's
to you.
entertaining. Please shut the fuck up. Your man
I never
Toasted
came
did.
to you.
Your man
Maybe state the
Toasted
shit
did.
that actually
Your man
happened, Rob.
Toasted did, just like Emmett came to you from me,
My
and you claim
man.
that as being from me. So shut the fuck up again and let me finish my point. It is
Oh,
true
Emmett, the
that
guy
no
that
one
said
gives a
that he
fuck
built
what
this for
you
you.
think, or for that matter, what Dusty thinks. You people have very low viewers, and it doesn't mean that low viewers in itself is a benchmark of your lack of ability for people to be entertained or interested by what you're saying informatively. The problem is, though, that you have none of that anyways, right? The idea that you're claiming that I was botted is laughable. I have almost more engagement than any
Rob,
other channel of my
Look at
size.
this
on-
graph. You gained 2,400
Let me
subs
finish,
on one
Dusty,
day.
and I'll deal with your bot conspiracy. I'll finish my point that I was
Mhm.
making to Trippy here.
Go
right?
on your diatribe for the next
I-
10 fucking minutes
That's
so you can hear
right,
yourself
just
talk.
like you just
so you
did,
can hear
Trippy.
yourself fucking
Just
talk.
like you
Excuse
just did,
me.
Trippy. Your diatribe where you could hear
Excuse
yourself
me,
talk.
Rob.
That's right, just like you did
How
there.
long is this going to take? Do you have
As
a timer?
long as I feel
Because
like it. As
I
long as
fucking
I feel
stopped
like it.
listening
If
a
you would
while ago.
stop
I get it.
interrupting,
You
then it would
think
go
you're
much
better than
sooner.
people.
If you would stop
I'm gonna
interrupting,
have
then
to
it would
mute
go
you.
much sooner. I'll do you the same courtesy
Yeah,
the
and you'll
next time
mute
you
me
try to
over
talk.
him.
I'll just talk over you. See, that's one of the things that you people are incapable of doing, is allowing someone else to talk, because you know you have nothing to say. And so you have to talk over them because you know if other people
Are
get to
you
hear
going to
what they
start
say.
having something to say?
No, if you would shut your fucking mouth, then I'll get
We
through it.
talk
But I
over
owe you
people because
nothing.
we don't have anything to say.
That's
That
right.
makes
You
you had
sense.
a
talk
point.
over because you don't have anything worthwhile to say. And so by
That
talking
makes
over and muddling it, then you're incapable of listening to what the other person has and making sure that the audience does it, because you don't have anything of value to say. So anytime someone's rebutting what you all say, you have to interrupt them, because that's the only attempt you have of having any sort of safe phasing
Rob, it's
whatsoever.
because you filibuster like a motherfucker.
What did Trippy just do? Yeah, that's what I
Was
thought,
that a
bitch.
filibuster? Was that a filibuster?
Yes, that's
or
what
are
I
you
thought,
still
bitch.
talking?
That's what I thought, bitch. Now, the
Are you
point I'm
Filibustering
trying
right now, Rob.
the point I'm trying to make here is, right, that you don't have anyone that's interested in what you're saying. I went in your show because I felt bad because someone like Toasted asked me to come on.
Oh my God.
I felt bad afterwards because even though I thought I did what was right, I thought that I owed you something. You seemed to say, yes, you agreed that I did something right. And then, like a bitch, you went and ran your mouth about me behind the scenes
Really?
after you talked to me politely in person, because you're a bitch.
While saying that you could handle it, and if I got to talk to you one-on-one, I'd let you throw all the bants that you want,
There
because
they
I'm
are.
a fucking adult. And guess what?
Mhm.
It doesn't affect me, Rob. Not like you.
Then why'd
You're
you
getting all
leave Daddy?
excited.
Why'd you leave Daddy Dusty? Not leave you come up and talk to me the other day?
I wasn't at the computer, dude. I was literally in the kitchen. I
Oh,
was
that-
cooking
that
dinner for
actually
my
might be true.
mother.
It was Sarah that.
I was cooking dinner, sir. Yeah, I meant to tell you about that.
Mm.
Dusty
What'd you
didn't know.
make?
I put BRB in the background, and I went and I cooked dinner. That
What'd you
wasn't
make?
like that wasn't like
We're
a way
testing
to
it out.
try
What'd you
not
make?
to talk to
What'd you
you.
make for dinner?
Sausage. What the fuck was it? No, sorry, that was a different day. It was chicken, spinach, and au gratin potatoes.
See, that's probably why you're not as fat as me. Chicken spinach sounds pretty healthy.
No, you're not. Look, I don't care if you're fat or not. To be honest,
I don't give a shit. I didn't have a problem with you. I was
Yeah,
willing
I
to
don't
talk
care.
to you, and then all of a sudden it was like you had this big problem with me. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't
I thought it'd
understand
be
it.
funny, man. Look,
I don't
from
give a shit that,
time
that all
when-
the trolling, none
I'm
of it
from a
means
time
anything to me.
frame
I just don't
back in
care.
the
It
day.
is fundamentally true, though, that you guys don't have big shows. I'm not big timing you guys in the sense that what
It
I'm saying is I'm
sounds
tired
like
of going on these panels with people that are just going to talk over me the whole time. I don't need them. That's all I'm saying. Do you think I need it?
All right, let's go. Let's roast each other.
No, it's fine.
Well,
I'm
why are
asking you
here,
straight
Rob?
up. Trippy, I'm asking you straight up. Do you really think I needed to come on that panel with you?
No.
Right. It
I
probably
was
wouldn't have helped
thanking
me. It wouldn't have helped me that much. That's all I'm trying to say. On that panel, I was the person that the majority of people were watching, because people either watch me or hate watch me. And I'm tired. I wasn't making a criticism at you. I'm making a criticism of people like Dusty and Coder that are going to sit there and talk over me. I don't have to deal with it. I'll just head out. Fuck off. And that was the truth. That's
Run
what
away.
happened.
I understood that. I mean, I understood it that day.
So
and
I
then
don't know
didn't
where
actually
you're
know.
being pissed at me was after that. If you had every
No.
right to be pissed at me and be like, fuck you, you ruined that show. I did feel bad about that. But when I was like, yeah, I'd like to make it up to you, and then all of a sudden I see that you're like just running your mouth about me elsewhere, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought that we'd
Yeah.
squared this up.
I run my mouth about a lot of people, man.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, that's
And
how it looked to me.
it's
In person,
old
you were
school.
amicable, and then behind the scenes, you were like, fuck this guy, blah, blah, blah. That's
Yeah.
it. And my hat's
behind the
brand
scenes-
new, so I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about it being dirty.
I mean, behind the scenes on multiple live streams where it's visible for you. That's what I was trying to explain
Well,
to EOD.
now wait a
Like,
minute.
you would be able to see it if it's sent to you. You see what I'm
I
saying?
suppose, but you do
And I
understand
don't
the
expect you to
difference.
sit there and watch every live stream that's ever existed. That's fucking
Right.
impossible.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if you had something to say, I assumed you'd say it to me in person. And you
Well,
didn't.
How was I supposed to do that?
I mean, we talked to each other. I mean, not face to face in real life, but face to face
See what
on
I'm
a
saying?
stream. And you were like,
I
yeah,
host
we're
open
good.
panels. You host open panels. Like, I'm not going to just join just to destroy your show.
It wasn't even my show. It was Speakeasy. What do you give a fuck about him?
No,
You
I'm
don't
saying
even
when
like
you're
him.
when you're on an open when you're on your own open panel, like when you put out the call number,
You can call in anytime you want and bitch about what you want.
Yeah,
Right?
but I
Let me
don't,
know when you're ready to talk about your bots.
All right, let's talk about my bots. Have at
I
her.
don't usually do that.
Vic, can you share my screen again?
Yeah.
Do you see this trend line?
Mm-hmm. I see
Does
that.
it look weird to you?
Now, that looks right around the time that Andrew did his video and a bunch of people from the Crucible subscribed to me.
It was 4 days later. 4 days after that, you got 2,400 subs on one day.
That probably is around the time, the height of when people had just watched that video, yeah?
You think that the live stream that Andrew took down off of his channel, they got around to watching it 4 minutes later?
I think that it
4 days
probably,
later.
I think that probably what happened was that was around the time that I got a huge boost from people that were actually watched that video that formerly didn't know of me. That's what I think.
The video that again was removed from YouTube.
Perhaps they saw, when was it removed?
Andrew removes his streams immediately afterwards.
Well, but you are aware that most of the Crucible, or huge parts of the Crucible, actually subscribe to his channel where they
Yeah.
could actually.
And he doesn't upload them immediately either. So, you're
so maybe
saying
it was
in the
4 days
gap-
later, is what you're saying?
What I'm saying, no, it's longer than that. What I'm saying is that you're suggesting that you had that jump in the gap when that live stream wasn't anywhere to be seen by anybody.
So. Can you explain to me when that video was uploaded to Andrew Wilson's channel?
I don't know if I can take a look and see if it has that information, but I can tell you that he runs more than 4 days behind.
Okay. I think that there are a lot of people that probably saw that video, saw Sarah's response, and decided that they were going to subscribe to me. That's what I think.
Sarah hadn't responded yet then either.
4 days
I mean,
later? If
4
I
days?
look it up and she had responded 4 days, will you admit that this is all stupid? Or is this just another misspeak on yours?
No, if I'm mistaken on the date, if I'm in error there, I'll acknowledge that I was wrong about that. But it still that doesn't do anything to explain this trend growth. That's outrageous.
What day did Andrew do his video?
I want to say, you know what? I'm talking to you. I'm not gonna guess because I know how you are. Let me just make sure that I know for sure.
Meanwhile, Dusty, a question I have is, you know how many people watch Andrew's live streams?
10/17 is when he made his stream.
Okay. So on 10/18, I got 1,300. 10/19, 200. 10/20, 1,000. 10/21, 2,400. 10/22, 600.
Right.
Okay. Your argument
So why
is,
did it take you 4 days to get that big of a jump?
I don't know. I would assume it's people that watched his video. How many days did it take for Sarah to lose subscribers? Did she lose them all in one day?
I'm sure not. I don't recall. I don't believe that she ever had a day where she lost anywhere close to 2,400.
Okay. Well, how do
Subscribers.
we check that? Let's check it.
Playboard. Hold on. One thing. I can only check one thing at a time. Right now, I'm looking to see if it tells me what day that was uploaded to the website.
Mhm.
Let's see.
So, like, how's the weather, everybody?
It's all right. So I have Sarah losing on the 17th. She lost 1,300. The 18th, 800. The 19th, 200. Then she lost 1,100. Then she lost 400 on the 21st. Then the 22nd, she lost 200. So that is total of those days. Let's see, 1,300. That's 2,100. 2,300. 3,400,
To smooth her trend line,
3,900, 3,900. Then on the 4,100 to the 22nd, I gained. Let's see, 13 to roughly about that same. In the exact same time period, she lost almost the exact number that I gained. So was she botted? Is that the argument?
That's a different speculation. So you're saying that you think that all the people that left her channel went to your channel?
I think that it takes a lot to get someone to unsubscribe from a channel, correct?
It depends on the audience, but that's semantics pretty much.
Okay.
Maybe not semantics, but
Right.
you know what
Would
I'm
you
saying.
agree with that sentiment, Dusty?
I don't know.
Let's rephrase the
generic
question.
a
Let's
statement.
rephrase the tech. Do you think most of the people that unsubscribed from Sarah's channel did so because of Andrew's video?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think those people also would have likely came over and subscribed to me?
I think those people likely would have already been subscribed to you.
That's not true. There's an awful
You're-
lot of people. Let me
How
explain.
long had you been working at the Crucible with the
Quite a
Crucible?
while. How many times does Andrew really directly promote me? Not a lot. In fact,
Enough-
it's an argument that you
enough
and
that you
Sarah
would-
have made about me. Well, Rob's been working with him for years, and yet, right, I told specifically Andrew not to promote me for years because that's not what my
actually don't
friendship with
know.
him was about. The point
So
is,
then-
I can't tell you how many people that have came up to me. Even at DebateCon, I probably had 20 people that came up to me and said, I didn't really know of you. I can't believe the algorithm never showed me until this whole dust up with the Panelverse game. Probably 20
So
people came up to me in person
You're
and said
welcome
that.
for, I guess, the promotion.
You're welcome.
Now,
Thanks. Not
are
you.
you
What the
saying-
fuck do you have
so
to do with that?
You're suggesting that
I'm
that people who subscribe to you, you're saying that this big boost in subscribers was largely due to their animosity for Sarah and viewing you as the opposing party.
Yes. That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, I
So-
want you to explain to me if it's true that this uptick in viewership,
Why would-
let me finish, even days
Hold on.
after,
I'm
and
not,
let me
I'm not ready
finish.
to shift. I'm not ready
I
to shift
answered
off
your
this
question.
yet.
Now you get to quid pro quo. Are you saying that
fine.
this uptick in viewers, even days after Andrew put his video up, that's suspicious? The fact that she lost, even days after, almost the same amount of viewers, doesn't that imply that you're saying that those viewers were botted on her end if you believe they're botted on my end?
I don't see how that's relevant, one thing to the other.
So you're unwilling to
I-
answer. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying
That's
is,
what I thought.
what I'm saying is, no, I will answer. Hold on a second. What I'm saying is, though, my views about Sarah's channel does not affect my views about your channel. I
That's-
do believe that you were both botted.
Okay. So you believe that Sarah was botted and I'm botted. Do you believe that do you think Sarah knew she was botted?
No,
Do you think I know that I'm botted?
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
then
don't
I guess
have
if
to
your
know.
argument wants to be that Andrew Wilson paid for bots for me, do you think that Andrew Wilson also pays for donations to me to make me look good?
I don't know.
Because
I
my
don't know.
donos went through the fucking roof after
Yeah.
this incident.
That's I'm granted that I am speculating on all this stuff. That's more speculative than I'm willing to get.
So would you not find it suspicious that if the exact percentage of increased subscribers I got entailed also increased percentage in donations, that would seem to imply these aren't bots?
I think that the accusation, the bot claim, has been around enough, and it's obviously one that bothers Andrew. I do think that it makes sense to try to cover your tracks some.
So
I
just
think
to
that
be
would be
clear,
worth it.
your argument is you're honestly claiming that you think that Andrew Wilson, instead of just sending me money if he chose to, is sending it through YouTube under various botted accounts in order to lose 30% of that money to YouTube just so that he could avoid criticism from Panelverse people like you?
So there's a couple different things going on here. One, I didn't make anything near that specific of a claim. You're doing that thing again where you try to leave me holding a bag for something that I didn't claim. Second of all, what I said is that it would make sense if you're trying to mitigate a visibility issue that you would do so in a visible way.
So what you did was you implicitly said, without directly saying, sure, it would make sense that you would pay through these super chat. I'm saying something that's dispositive, or I'm not, let me rephrase that. I'm saying something that strongly suggests your bot theory is incorrect. At the same time that I got increased subscribers, one, Sarah lost subscribers, and second, my super chats went up, right? And I'm saying
So,
that would, unless your
you've asked a lot of
explanation,
questions,
let me
but
see,
I still
let
have
me
the same
finish,
question.
let me finish. That would seem
never
to be evidence that it's not bots, unless your answer to that is, well, wait a minute, maybe these super chatted were botted super chats. And then you're like,
No,
well,
I
I'm
don't
not
think-
directly saying that, but it would make sense that Andrew would do something like this.
Rob, let me ask you the question that I've been waiting to ask you for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Why? So if you believe that these are not bots, these are actually people who subscribe to you out of spite for Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Why would they believe that that is what they should do? Where did they get this belief that that they want to attack Sarah and that the best way to do it would be to subscribe to you?
I believe that what happened was the majority of people heard about this incident when they saw Andrew Wilson talk about it. Andrew Wilson did not instruct them to sub to me and to unsub from Sarah. He showed evidence of what happened, and
Mr.
people
E
said, let me
instructed them to
finish.
sub to you.
And Sarah's age.
You're
Let me
not telling the
finish.
truth.
Let me
You're not telling the truth.
go ahead.
Mr. E was in the chat saying subscribe to Rob.
Okay.
And
that's
and
not Andrew, and I
was
didn't
on
know that.
stage saying show her the power of the Crucible. She'll lose 1,000 subs in an hour. Now, if
He
that's
read a
not
super
verbatim, I
chat
don't
that
know what
said
the
that.
fuck is.
Yes, he read a super
I know.
chat
I've
that
heard
said
that claim.
that. Well, that's
I went
not a
back,
claim.
I looked-
That's not
I
just a
looked-
claim. That was
I
true.
screen recorded the whole thing. There was not that chat had not come through.
I disagree. I think that
You
was.
can't disagree. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I have the recording.
So I just want to be clear. Your argument is there was eventually a super chat that said that, but that chat had not, or some sort of chat that said that, but that chat hadn't came through until Andrew said it. So did
Until
Andrew
after
program
Andrew
a
said
bot to say the claim that he had just said, hoping that then people like you wouldn't put up on his shrewd ruse that he has bots saying exactly what he's saying to play defense
That's
for
not
him
at all what
later?
I said. You're just inventing fiction. I didn't say that was a bot.
Okay,
I'm saying that he could not have been reading a chat if the chat hadn't come through yet when he said it.
did the chat eventually come through?
Yes, it did. After he said it.
Okay, so then your claim is he either A, used a bot to utilize it to say exactly what he had just said, or B, one of his subscribers literally just repeated what he just said.
I'm saying that I don't know what the fuck happened with that chat. I have no idea how that chat got there. The chat is insignificant because he clearly wasn't fucking reading something that didn't happen for another 8 minutes or so.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't believe that you somehow
Can you
have proof.
demonstrate that I'm wrong?
Yes, I could demonstrate that you have zero proof. Show me the evidence.
You
Show
wanna
me the
watch-
evidence.
You want to watch an hour and 10 minutes of a live stream and scroll through the whole chat?
Go ahead, show me the evidence.
You want to
Show me the fucking evidence that this
you want to
chat
sit
came
here
in.
and go through 10 minutes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Show me the
No, you
evidence.
don't. No, you don't. This is a waste of time entirely.
Now's your opportunity. Show the evidence. You got
No,
Andrew.
here's
Get
what-
the
here's
rights.
what I- here's what
You
I'll
have
do
the
to you.
get the
Here's
rights.
what I'll
You
do.
have the proof.
I'm not gonna
That's
go
what I
dig it up
thought.
right now so that we can waste an hour
Uh-huh.
and 10 minutes looking for it. What I will do for you is I'll clip it out and I'll upload it in a video, making it very clear when and where everything is.
You go ahead, Dusty. We know you're full of shit, and it'll be, well, I accidentally misspoke. I misspoke. That's
It's
what
not
it
an accidental
was.
mistake.
That's
You know what
it
you can do?
was a
You can
misspeak.
timestamp it through the chat, and I can run it through OBS.
There you
I
go.
can run it through one of my programs. I can get all the subtitles.
Throw the timestamp out right now. Go ahead, Dusty.
We can do the
Trippy will take
timestamps and
care
the
of it.
subtitles. I mean, hey,
So all right, let me pull
I have
it
a
up.
few questions. Rob, how long have you had present for Sarah? Like, it didn't seem like you were new to not liking her when you started
it
to
wasn't-
go off about her.
So I didn't particularly, it wasn't resentment. I started to
Or
notice
dislike.
after the debate I had with RTP, where she demanded that I apologize to him. It was pretty fucking ridiculous. I started to see like that I started to be treated a little differently when I was there. So, for example, most of the time, if someone like Connor goes, or whoever the guest is, they usually get treated with a little more deference when it comes to the open panel, which I actually don't mind. That seems to make sense. I started to notice that it was different with me, though. When I was there, it was cool for everyone to overtalk me and shit like that. So that was the RTP thing. But the real thing was the open panel I came on with Connor, where he was allowed to do everything from threaten to kick my ass to announce that he was going to interrupt me every time I sought to speak because I'm wrong and that's just what he's going to do. And Sarah just allowed it to go to then, like, a couple nights later, or the next night, I don't know when it was, when I was then the guest and people like Dusty and his friends were interrupting me. And Sarah told me the reason Dusty interrupts me is because I asked him not to. That's when I started to have like a little animosity towards her, but not that much. I actually still was rooting for Sarah and wanting her to do well until the Power of the Panelverse shit. That's when I was like, all right, well, fuck this. She had sent me this passive aggressive DM telling me how I need to debate on open panels and shit, where she basically told me that
Was it passive aggressive? Had you
Yes.
solicited any sort of advice? Had you said anything that would lead her to believe you needed advice?
no, I don't believe so. I think at one point, because one of the things you tried to do to facilitate good working relationships, I would said something to her like, hey, sorry that panel got chippy or whatever. At one point, months prior.
Do you agree that you doing what you did doesn't, or like, do you agree with Andrew that that doesn't make him look bad, but what Sarah was doing made Andrew's business look bad? Because in my opinion, as like more of a viewer, because I wasn't on any of these panels where this happened to you, it looked to me like as soon as Sarah didn't treat you the way that you were expected to be treated, I guess, it seemed as though as a viewer that like you were supposed to get special treatment at the time.
No, I didn't feel
I've
that
seen
at
the
all.
clips now.
They're now
I've seen the
they're
clips now.
oh, there's Sarah. She needs to join with
shit.
her daddy, Dusty and Trippy. Good deal. Yeah, bring her on. Love to
Hey,
talk
none
to
of
her.
us
Is
are
her
each other's
dad gonna
daddies,
come on
alright?
too? Let's get her
I
dad
happen
and her
to be part of
ex-husband
my
on
own
as
little
well.
verse.
Right?
I've invented the
Well,
Hankiverse, okay?
Bring
And
her
I'm
up.
not-
Bring her up.
I don't know
Oh,
what
I
a
can't
Panelverse
wait.
is still.
Can I read
Three
something to you?
amigos. Her three dads, her ex, Dusty, and her current dad with
So,
Sarah.
Rob,
Sounds good. Yeah.
Who's
Rob, an hour, let's see, 2 hours and 24 minutes before she sent you the passive aggressive advice, you didn't say, I need to get better understanding more people need to talk during these. You didn't say that you needed help understanding things about
Is that
panels.
the time frame?
2 hours and 24 minutes.
Let's see. No, I don't believe that's the case.
Okay. Well, it
Let's
is the
see.
case.
I could be wrong. Let's see. It is the case. September 13th was the last I'd messaged her. It had to do with setting up a debate with a left winger. And then she said, I said, I'll keep that private. She says, that's respectful. Thank you. The following message is October 8th. You were saying 2 hours before? Go ahead, Dusty. Would you like to
What is
retract
it?
that? Were you fed
June 30th.
misinformation?
Go to June 30.
June 30th. I'm talking about the passive aggressive text she sent me on October 8th.
A different time she offered advice.
Yeah, just like she tried to help my
So
channel by
later, so
rating me
maybe-
after she talked shit on stream,
maybe she
right?
was under the impression that you still needed advice because you had expressed that you
Me
needed
too,
advice
baby.
before.
That's all I was doing. I was giving her some advice on my channel the day after. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? Channel doing well, I hope?
Hello. Can I preface this? I've had a migraine all day. If we can move through this calmly and smoothly, I'll stay and hang out. Rob, I wanted to break down, I don't care about all this other shit, but I wanted to understand kind of your thought process here. Because you were very upset for me being over on Dusty's stream that night, right? And you were saying that I coordinated all of this and I sent people to troll you and so on and so forth. Can you elaborate how I coordinated this event and how I sent people to troll?
It doesn't matter if I think you specifically sent people. On the day after or that evening, when it was like 4 a.m. when someone sent me the clip, I'm not sure if I thought that you had coordinated. All I saw was this clip. Well, you guys can't see it now. The panel, the Power of the Panelverse. And what you say in that comment is something that you then said to me in the message, that I made people mad, that we can't go on and attack moderators and things like that. I want you to be honest. Was part of you saying that before you did the whole, that's why you don't mess with the Power of the Panelverse? Was part of that saying that I had attacked you?
Well, hold on now. You have to understand, when you first messaged me, I thought you were upset about the guys.
No, I wasn't. I was upset about you.
Yeah, see, I didn't understand what you were saying. That's why I said, yeah, it's tribalism at its finest. Like, I would let it go. It's just what they do, so on and so
Uh-huh.
forth. They were pretty upset, which is exactly what had happened that evening. These gentlemen, this is kind of the behavior that they do in this space.
Mhm.
The panel verse is an obvious joke. Everybody knows, or at least most people, I guess you don't, but most people know and understand the word panel verse is, I mean, look, we got the panel verse dude in the chat. He is the butt end of that joke. But most people know and understand that this is how people interact and engage. Would you
No, wait,
deny
no,
that
wait.
my
I'll
hold on,
answer your question, but
hold
I
on.
just asked you one, right?
Oh,
That's fair,
what
right?
was your
My question was, when you say in that clip, when you say you can't go around like attacking hosts and stuff like that, part of
yeah,
what you're saying
I was
there is
just
that
getting there.
my perceived attacks against you, correct?
Yeah. So
That's what I
what I'm
thought.
saying is that that is descriptive behavior. Everything that I said in that moment was
Mhm.
descriptive of exactly what just happened on screen. Do you do you put that as a calling to action from me or some sort, or because that was at the tail end of them doing that to you, and all I did was describe exactly what happened and said this is why you can't mess with these guys, like this is what they do.
I will tell you exactly what I think if you give me a moment. I think that what was happening, you were pleased. You were pleased that people called over and trolled me, and you were putting your stamp of approval on the end going, "Well, that's what happens, Rob, when you do things like criticize my moderation and other things. You can't come at one of us or we'll come at you like that." That's the power of the panel verse.
Did I
I
say
thought
we?
you just acknowledged when you say come at hosts that you were saying it referring to you.
No, but being a generalization is not that big of a deal. Saying when you come at hosts, right? Like you obviously came at Trippy that night. Your behavior was very unfounded. It
Well, that's your
wasn't good. It
opinion. I
wasn't.
disagree.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was
Okay.
being. And so if you watch that entire stream, you'll actually see that I offered my descriptive critiques of your behavior on his panel. It was not very good behavior, from my opinion.
Hmm.
And I think I have the right to critique that, just the same as you have the right to critique my moderation skills or my open panels or my show, just the same, correct?
Sure, but that's different. For
Okay, so
example, what if
hold on.
I said,
But
go ahead.
but the
You're
behavior
mhm.
but the behavior of those gentlemen and what they were doing to you had nothing to do with me. In fact, when I got over there, I had no idea what was going on in the moment. Last I thought when I clicked the button was that we were reviewing your debate over on Trippy's thing, and then next thing I know, North is up, and then North left. I didn't know where he went, and then he came back and then mentioned he had gone over to talk to you, and then next thing you know, Orthodox comes back and said he went over to talk to you, and then next thing you know, what was it? Did Landry go next, I think? Or was it AJ? I can't remember. But then that's when I even asked the question. I said, what are we doing? Like, are we all going over there one at a time? What's happening?
We?
So it's a
We?
figure of speech. That's what I said. Are we all going? Did
Oh,
I
I
come?
got it. Go ahead,
Hold
finish
on,
your point,
Rob.
and then I'll
Oh
get to
yeah,
mine.
you're gonna
Go
be
ahead.
a cocksucker now. Listen,
Come
I
on, Sarah. Don't call
specifically
people
asked the
cocksuckers.
question.
Don't
I
see into other people what
specifically
you are. Go ahead.
Do you want
Do we
me to
have to do
stay and
this under
talk?
talking shit?
Do you want me to stay and hang out or no?
Are you
He's
gonna
been desperate to talk to you for a
finish your
month now.
point? Yeah, but that includes me talking as
Well,
well,
Rob,
not
you
just her.
expect
Go
people
ahead.
to be silent while you talk the entire time, and you'll take
I thought we
25
would do
minutes to
back
get to
and
your
forth
point.
questions,
Oh,
not she asked three. I thought that's what it would be, not her
Well,
ask
you'll
three.
ask 50 in 3 seconds,
Okay.
dude.
Okay, hey guys, can we keep it between Sarah and Rob for right now? This is what everyone wants to see, Sarah and Rob finally. So let's just keep it between
Honestly,
them.
see, I think people would like a little bit of moderation, man.
I
Sorry.
I'm
believe
trying to
in
do that.
Trippy.
I'm trying to do that. That's
Okay,
what I'm
Sarah,
trying to
go
do.
ahead.
so asking the question in saying that is obviously in jest of what's going on and what I'm watching happening. Was I in control of that panel? Did I give them the link? Flo, was it you that said, "Here's the link if you want to go over to Rob"? Correct.
Correct.
Right. So I didn't have anything to do with them doing that. And then they kept bringing it up to review it. And I even, in fact, if you actually watched the whole thing, even asked, when are we going to get back to the video? Because I kept wanting to get back to the Trippy debate video. That's what I came over there to watch. And that's all I wanted to do. And I kept asking that. I'm just not sure why you think this is like my fault, or I sent them, or I had some powerful mastermind plan to do this to you, or why I'm even responsible for the actions of these men.
Okay, now I'll explain why. One, you already admitted when you talked about coming at host, you included yourself in that. And it's not just a general coming at host, it was talking about coming at hosts that are connected to the Panelverse, of which you would be considered one. For you to then say, oh, no, I'm just talking in general coming at host, but I consider myself one of the general people. No, it is true that what you were saying was that I had the unforgivable sin of doing things against people in the Panelverse, including host, of which you yourself are one, and that would predictably result into people doing things like coming over and trolling. Secondly, the fact that I gave out a link isn't an invitation for people to sit in a panel, including you, in which people are describing and then commiserating about how good or bad they did, because that Modern Men guy thought you guys did quite poorly with your trolling. That's not the same as me opening up a panel or a discussion of mine to people that had legitimate criticisms of me. For example, that North guy said nothing about this event whatsoever. Instead, he wanted to talk about the actual political ramifications of Trump and supporting him and things like that. Do you acknowledge that, Sarah? That North didn't call in to troll me, but actually wanted to talk about legitimate political things?
Correct. He
Okay.
was person number one.
Okay.
That's how we got to watching this.
So then the point of that's different. Me putting a link out and saying people that have criticisms of me, feel free to call in, is different than a group of people that are meeting backstage at a panel or group discussion that's going on live that was then bragging about how they were trolling me. You saw that occur. This wasn't just you making a criticism of me. This was you being there while you watched them all troll me and then giving the statement that I ought to know, not to come at you and other hosts of the Panelverse or
Did
people
I
on
say
the panel.
me? Did
Yeah,
I say me?
I just asked you if you met you and when you said that and you said yes.
No, that's not what I said. Did I say that?
Yes.
I said that was a generalization.
I asked if when you talked about criticizing hosts of the Panelverse and stuff, if you included yourself and you said yes.
Oh, I apologize. I don't remember
So you didn't
saying
mean
yes
that.
to that. I don't think I meant that in that moment. I think it was a critique of the moment of what you were doing and describing the behavior when you go and attack Trippy like that, and then all of these people were upset about it and they came over to say something about it. I
So-
literally described the exact storyline of what happened with what
Now,
I
what
said.
you did, it wasn't just describing the storyline, it was co-signing on it occurring. It would be no different than if I said, like I had many times, I don't understand what's going on with the moderation over here on the open panel at Sarah's. And then I would always follow it up with, but hey, I like Sarah. Everyone go subscribe to her. Maybe I won't do the open panel anymore. I thought we had a good discussion on the debate proper, right? That's one thing. Me sitting in a panel of people that are intentionally trolling your channel, right? And then laughing with them and being like, hey, that's what happens when you mess with the insert such and such group, and including myself generally in that, as you're doing here. Those are two completely different things. And what I did afterwards was, well, once you did that and we're on this panel of these people trolling me, then I felt I would be a bitch if I didn't respond in kind. So the first half of my video the next day responding was sort of being tongue-in-cheek, like, oh my God, the power of the Panelverse. Oh my God, I'm so scared. And then I gave you a little advice and told you I thought your moderation fucking sucked and I didn't need you. That was it. Do you think I was
I'm
wrong
not
to
worried-
do so?
Rob, I'm not worried about you getting doing your emotional banter. What I'm saying is you base it on the idea that I had some kind of control over these men and what they were doing.
It's
That's
not
the
that you
part
had
that
control. Listen to me.
So
Listen.
you want me to while I'm on somebody, I want to make sure I understand this correctly. While I'm on somebody else's show, you want me to say, guys, don't pick on Rob. Stop doing that, guys. That's mean. Don't do that. Poor Rob. Don't
No,
do
no,
that.
no, Sarah, that's not what I wanted you to do, right? Like, and I get the facetiousness of the question. I know what you wanted was, Andrew, please keep sending my money. Please talk to my dad. I get it. If we're going to be facetious and cunty about it, I could do the same to you. No, what I expected was you to not insert yourself into it by going, well, when you attack hosts and stuff, that's the power of the Panelverse. You can't come at us. Do you want me to play the clip to see if you used language like we or us? I could play it for you.
This is why I said you're a sensitive bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive,
I'm
bitch.
trying
You
to-
guys
Yeah,
are
you're sensitive.
you guys are the
But-
ones doing streams
But hold
every
on.
day.
Rob.
But
Rob, you invited me over. You invited me
Mm-hmm.
over. So if anybody's to blame for us going over there, it's fucking you.
After I was told that there was a panel of people that had just called in.
Oh,
to me
you're
that
not
were
responsible
trolling,
for your invitation.
that
then?
was. Would you listen to me? After I was told that you were hiding behind people that were calling over trolling, I said, Dusty, why don't you call in? Once I was made aware that it was people that were meeting up on your channel, then you called in. I wrecked you. End of discussion.
There
Why
was
does that make me
no
bad? I don't
interaction at all.
understand. You all don't like.
What
and
did
this
you
is
wreck me
constantly-
about?
This has constantly been a theme, like even of
What?
Sarah and of all of you. Like you start talking shit on people, and then when someone talks shit back, you're like, "Whoa, you're so sensitive." Coming at it, we do videos about you every day, but if you respond to one of them, "Whoa, you're so sensitive."
No, we
Like,
make videos.
I do it for
mocking
my
your
amusement.
fragility.
That's all.
Yes. I make videos mocking your fragility.
I'm
you,
not-
you actually feel
Me-
like you were under attack.
me
If
mock-
I take your words at face value, you felt like you were under attack and like Sarah should have helped protect you when you should have taken some responsibility for your own panel, your own behavior, and your own actions.
I don't think that Sarah needed to protect me. I think that if Sarah wanted to co-sign on to the bullshit, that I could attack her just like I would the rest of you. And you somehow thinking that she's so fragile and such a dainty little lady that she has to hide behind you, like last time I called into your show, or that I couldn't respond to her because somehow that's beyond
Well,
the pale,
to be
shows
fair,
that you're
you
the
weren't-
people that
you
are
weren't-
fragile.
You
be
must not have
fair,
been here
Rob,
the last like
You
hour
weren't
and a half
You weren't
when
invited to that stream,
Yeah.
Rob. It was kind of like that was
So
Andrew.
did you ask for the
them-
link because you wanted
No.
to come, or did somebody ask you to be there?
Mr. E asked if I wanted to go on since you guys seem to be so heavily vested in talking to me.
No, we hadn't. You.
Oh, you didn't want it. You just wanted to talk about me because you were
If I
afraid to
had
talk
wanted
to
to,
me.
if I had wanted you
I get
there,
it.
I would have mentioned it.
You didn't
I'm
want. I
still-
know why you didn't want me there because it
I'm
doesn't
still-
suit so well for your side.
No,
I'm
it worked
still
out. It
curious.
worked out just fine. I was able to grift your bitch ass up on stage for a while.
Well, you did
we
a
had a
great
good
job.
interaction.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good interaction, and then it was over.
Well, yeah, it was over, right? Your channel was, or your show was basically over once me and Andrew left. Go figure.
That was the point of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Was that day was the interaction between us. So yes, just like the point of the debate that you crashed out on was to have 2 teams of debaters,
Right.
not 1.5 teams of debaters. So when you do bitch ass shit like this,
Mm-hmm.
that's not. And then the show falls apart. It's not because you're this big.
Can you
awesome,
make up your
special
mind?
thing.
Did the
It's because you're actually a part of the team, right?
Can you
It-
guys make up your mind? Did the show fall apart without me, or did it do even better like you guys coped? Or Sarah, can you make up your mind? You're better off without Andrew, but then, oh my gosh, you should have to talk to your dad for
Nobody
ruining
said
your
the debate
situation.
went better
Which is it?
after
Which
one
is
of
it?
the 4 debaters quit.
Hold on.
Which
Can
is
I
it?
correct that? Because I've never asked for Andrew to come back. He came into my chat demanding to come on to my show, and I said no. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. You
Good
talk
for you.
to me privately, and if not, you know what? In fact, you can talk to my dad first. And my dad actually told me that he doesn't like. Andrew can't talk to me, right? So, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. You
I
can talk
haven't
to my
begged
dad,
for-
Sarah. He'd probably have a lot to talk about fishing
I-
and stuff with you. He's very good at it.
Oh, I like fishing.
Yeah, there you go. You'd have a lot to talk about. It'd be great.
But the point of the matter is that I have never asked for anybody to come back, Rob. I'm more confused why everyone's running off of this little lie that you keep putting out there that I coordinated this and did all this against.
Where did
you
I?
and setting
I
it,
don't
et
even
cetera.
remember saying that except maybe the next day, and in which case I literally like woke up and did this stream. I don't even know that I said you coordinated. I'm making it clear to you what I'm saying and what I'm telling my audience. It's not that you sent everyone. I don't even believe that. I think you watched them like little minions and went, "This is good. This is what happens when you attack one of us in the panelverse. We come at you." That's what I'm saying.
So why am I some terrible person if I'm just sitting there?
Let me repeat what I just said.
only
It's not
you're
just that you were.
you're putting intentions behind something that, I mean, you're not me, right? And you're putting attention, like again, everything I said during that entire show, if you actually watch the whole thing, we had an entire conversation about panel behavior, so on and so forth. And all I was doing was being descriptive of your behavior. Now, I also don't have to put a seal of approval on your bad behavior either. Just because you're a Crucible employee does not mean I have to say, "Oh yeah, just Rob's doing great." You know, like I don't have to do that.
No
Rob.
one said that. What I'm saying is what you're doing is you're downplaying. You're not listening. Can I share this screen, Cool?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Where is it at?
Let me see. Oh, let's see. All right. Right there. Let me know when it's up.
All right. Oh, hold on. I need to stop sharing the
So
other
after
screen.
all the trolling of me and whatever, this was your statement at the end of it, not at the beginning, at the end of it. This is what I'm criticizing.
Hold on. I need to get this out. Oh, Oh, sorry, I accidentally removed Sarah. My bad.
That's okay.
All right.
It happens.
There we go.
All right, you ready?
Amateur hour. I'm all for it.
Mhm.
Can you explain to me who the hosts were that I criticized or flipped out on?
We were talking about Trippy all night.
Okay, so how did I flip out on Trippy?
We see you're conflating like yours and mine issues. uh, I've allotted a lot of grace for you on my shows. Now, your behavior with Trippy, that's what we were talking about the entire night. That's how everything happened. That's what everyone did. Did I say me? Did I say my? No, I said this is what happened when you do this to these people. These panel-verse people, right? They're very obvious. Like anybody that clicks a StreamYard, that's a panel-verse person, right? And when you go around fucking with the wrong groups, right? The groups that will troll you, such as Flow or like Trippy's side of things. He's well built in. I
Look
wouldn't
at
want to
what
fuck with his
Easy's
people.
getting.
Yeah, exactly. Like Adonis Paul is just like they will lolcow the fuck out of you. And it's like you stepped into a new arena and didn't know who you were like poking around at or you're mad that they're doing these things to you or so on and so forth. And it's like, well, this is what happens when you fuck with these people. Like, I'm not saying fucking with me. I don't do that. Do I go around trolling people? Do I go around harassing people on shows? No, that's not my style. It's not my thing. Right. I host debates. I stick to myself overall. And then sometimes I like to go decompress and hang out on Dusty's panel because we just get degenerate and stupid. But outside of that, I don't bother people. Right. And I don't care. Yeah, well, Rob, you talk for a long time a lot, so it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. I'll be all right.
But
It's not that big of a deal.
I have a question whenever it's
Well,
convenient.
hold on. But
I
the
can
point
wait.
is that
No, I just said
okay,
I
it
can
doesn't
wait.
have to.
I literally just said I can wait. I just wanted to throw it out there.
But how in that moment did I refer to myself in anything? Yeah, how did I say, Rob, you fucked with me? Rob's like messing with my stuff.
Let me rephrase once more, right? What happened, right? I asked you specifically when you said that when I messed with or criticized hosts, how did I criticize Trippy?
I said you can't go around fucking with host shows. You fucked with
That's
his
not
show.
all. Would you like to play the clip again? You said
Look,
3 things. You said
Rob,
mess with,
I wanna
criticize, or fuck
I
with. Here's the
I
point. Here's
no,
the
I said
point. You
fuck
could
with.
try. I know.
I
I
said
know
fuck
that.
with.
Look, you could say
But
that's not what
Rob,
I meant. I wasn't
context is
talking about
very well,
myself as part.
context
There
context
you
is
go.
very
Now
important,
you're
Rob.
debating like you moderate with the talking
Context
over. Now I get it, Sarah.
context is
I get
very
it. I get
important,
it.
Rob.
I get
If
it.
you
So there
actually
we go.
listen to
I
the
understand
entire
the
show,
context,
there
and
was
I just
never a
gave you. You
time
could
that I
repeat
actually
yourself
talked
here
about
again.
you
Well,
and
hey, cool
myself,
Vic, do you
did
have
I?
a firefighter's ass you could put up while we're both interrupting each other like Sarah does? She
Ooh,
does a
that'd be
great job with that,
sexy.
right?
Can I watch one of those?
You want to
One
see
of the
mine?
ladies. Yeah, we know that you would be into that, Sarah. Anyways,
I can show you
nonetheless,
my ass.
nonetheless, the point I'm trying to make is it's clear when you say that I didn't criticize Trippy when I left. I did no such thing. You're inserting yourself as there as a panel-versed host show. When you're using the plural, when you're talking about you can't go on panel-versed hosted shows, who are some other hosts of the panel-verse?
Rob, have you watched the entire 3-hour time on
No.
that panel?
I watched
So
big
you have
snippets.
no context of everything we talked about, which was your time on Trippy's panel. Never once did I bring up any issues with you and myself. So no, I was not referring to myself. Now, if you want to project yourself into that and be like, oh my gosh, she's talking about me and her, like, but I never once said anything about that. All I referred to the entire evening was your behavior over on Trippy's, and then what was going on with the guys coming over talking to you.
I don't
Context
give
is
a
very
shit, nor do I
important.
believe you. And I think I have good reason
Okay,
to not.
if you don't
Are
want
you
to
gonna?
believe
Are you
me,
gonna?
that's
Are you gonna let
fine.
me finish? I don't
Oh,
believe
my
you.
apologies.
All right.
I did interrupt you.
All right. You want to know why I don't believe you? Because when you did a stream talking shit about me and then raided over, you claimed that was just to try to help me, right? That
I
was
was
your
just being
claim.
nice. I told my people, I said, somebody said, why don't we raid Rob? And I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's send an olive branch. We'll be
Uh-huh.
nice. Now, look, Rob, not
Mhm.
everybody's intentions are malicious.
Uh-huh.
Not everybody wants to get you. Not everybody wants to hurt you. Now, if you feel that way about people, I'm sorry. I know that's got to be painful to think everybody wants to hurt you, but I'm not here to hurt
Sarah,
people.
that's you.
It's never been my strategy to hurt people. It's never been part of my
Mhm.
game. It's just not something I care to do. Now, if you think that I was sending a raid over to be malicious and that's how you feel, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But
I
there's
think that
no malicious intent.
this is gaslighting of the highest order. The idea that it's that you just did a stream talking about me and would later do streams talking about me, but for this one moment you were sending an olive branch by talking about me, but then saying the words, "Oh, but be nice," and you were totally taken aback by the people you were just talking shit about me to came over and were saying things like, "We'll mass report you" or "We don't like you." Oh my gosh, I can't believe my audience that I just talked shit in this guy and then raided over to would say mean things to him. But hey, I said be nice when you went over. It's clear
Why
what was
isn't
going, and
that what Andrew said?
this is why,
Isn't that
like,
what
this
Andrew
is,
said during the brigade?
did
He
he
said,
raid
"Well, I
you?
didn't
Did he
tell
raid
him.
you?
I didn't tell him to do."
Did he raid you? What
Oh,
would you have said if
Rob.
he raided you right then when he was doing that? Would you have said that was brigading?
So a raid is a malicious act now.
Yes, if you were talking shit about someone and then raid them. In fact, on Twitch, it was a bannable
I
offense.
don't think we talked shit about you for that video. I
That's
think
not
somebody
true.
brought you up maybe towards the end, but that whole video was we were talking about something completely different.
I do not believe that you didn't talk about me in a derogatory light in that video.
That makes sense. I wouldn't expect you to believe that. You seem to be paranoid and think that people are out to get you when they're not.
That's you guys. That's what you
No.
believe. You're botting. You changed the name of your video mid-video. Andrew's possibly paying people
Rob,
or paying bots to pay you. I mean, that's
Rob,
how
let me ask
fucking-
you this
that's-
question. I've been sitting on
See,
patiently.
Go ahead,
you're-
White Knight Dustin.
Now you're
We're ready.
putting Flo and I in the
Um,
same category.
Hey,
What-
you lay with dogs, you get fleas. Sorry, Sarah.
Rob, what would make you feel whole? How can we resolve your issue?
I have no issue. I'm amused.
Sounds like-
I come on.
Sounds like you do. It
I'm
sounds like you got
throwing-
issues with what she said, with what I did. You don't have any issues. You're just up here bitching about nothing.
You guys did something. I came on video and bitched about it. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
You guys continue to talk about me all the time. Sometimes I refer to it. Most of the time I don't. And are you guys going to
So
keep doing
So
videos
my
every
question,
day?
Rob,
Are you guys going to
Rob.
keep doing videos every day? Yes, because you still have an issue and I don't.
well,
That's
I-
you
I
too.
don't have an issue.
I
Rob,
mean, you're here.
well, how can okay?
Because I'm amused
What-
and I felt like it. And I like
Let's
Cool
be
Vic.
constructive adults, Rob.
Okay.
How can we remedy the situation that you seem to be upset about?
If the best way forward for me would be to probably never talk to you people again. When I'm an
So
idiot
there's
and I
no
get
remedy.
amused, just like the best thing for me to do would be to hit the treadmill and stop drinking soda, but I'm a fat fuck that doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are like candy that it's fun to deal with when you're like fucking doing videos about me every day. It's fun to comment on once in a blue
When's the
moon.
last time I did a video about you? Is that why you wanted to come up here and talk to me? Because you want me to do more videos about you again?
No, I just heard you call me a bitch and I thought it'd be fun. Dusty, this is what Sarah doesn't get. All the talk of, well, Rob, what are you going to do when Andrew buries you? Or Andrew, what are you going to do when Rob sabotages you? Here's the better question. Sarah, what are you going to do when Dusty fucks your channel over? He already has largely. And he's happy for it. For him, this
That
is
was
more
Andrew.
content for him. That's
I'm
the
not-
question.
That's the thing, Rob. I'm not that worried. I mean, people come and go. People shit on you. People do good things, bad things, whatever. If it happens, it happens. This isn't like my first rodeo with someone that's tried to fuck with me. But I like if it well, what do you care? Like, I'm not worried about it. Like,
I'm not. Why are you guys saying that about me? Do you think I'm
What?
worried?
About what?
You guys said things like, Rob, watch out when Andrew stabs you in the back, or Andrew, Rob's going to sabotage your brand. Haven't you guys said
keep
that?
saying, hold on. You keep saying you guys, right? Now, Flo says a lot of stuff that doesn't always mean I put my seal of approval on or even agree or whatever. Like if he's doing a show on you, and that's his prerogative. I don't do a whole lot of that. But you keep saying you guys, so I
Okay.
again, I think
I
that the
will-
biggest issue here is you're just putting a lot of what Flo says on me, and that comes right back to that panel, that original panel, that you're putting the behavior of other men on me as if I like did something horrible to you.
Okay, let me rephrase. When I say you guys, it's when I'm saying things that I think that I've heard both of you say. So I'll ask you specifically and leave Dusty the White Knight out of the equation here. Did you make any commentary about how, well, Andrew's going to see that I'm likely to damage his brand at some point?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think so.
I think you did.
Well, and then I did. If you got
Okay,
it.
so
If you
then,
got a clip.
So I have it on me. You make most of your shows members only.
So you're just
No,
inventing
they're
shit.
all
No, I'm
on the
not
other
inventing
one.
shit.
They're all on the other channel.
I could ask,
But-
and what happens if I find this clip? Then what? Then Dusty will go, "Oh shit, she did say that, and she has a poor memory."
I
It'll
don't
probably
think
be
I've
AI
ever,
if you
I don't
found it.
think,
Okay.
quite
That's what I
honestly, Rob,
Mm.
I don't think I actually said anything like that. I keep my opinions pretty subtle.
Well, then fair
Like-
enough. Then fair enough. Then the criticisms are. I think that you did say that. I don't give a shit to look. If other people want to look, that's fine. I've definitely heard people say that on Dusty's stream, including Dusty. I've
Yeah,
heard him
there's,
say
there's a
both.
lot of people that say a lot of things.
Okay,
I was-
then the point I'm trying to make is I actually think, Sarah, that Dusty's fucking you over, and I don't think he really cares. I think that he's reveling in what he sees as sort of probably his peak viewership that he's getting right now because he's covering Crucible drama. Because anytime he talks about the Crucible or Andrew Wilson, then it actually benefits his channel, and I think it cost you a big opportunity,
Actually, not
as you
much
know.
as you would think. Not as much as you'd expect. I'm rocking 71 right now. That's not outrageous numbers.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
well,
for
even
real.
at that, Rob,
It's not the worst,
do
but
you
it's
think
not- definitely
Dusty
done
would
better.
do you think Dusty would do more damage than what you and Andrew have done to me alone in terms of that audience?
I think that saying someone damaged you by refusing when you're a bum that's getting money thrown to you every day and then the person stops throwing money and calling that damage is ridiculous.
Well, hold up. I mean, what? Are you talking about
I think
me?
that if you built your brand off of Andrew and Andrew stops working with you and so then that's called damage to you, that's nonsensical.
Well, because his damage was done based off of lies and
wasn't
and
lies.
misunderstanding of the entire nature and context.
It wasn't
I think that's
misunderstanding
fucked
or
up.
nature or
I
context.
think that's fucked up. Not
Sarah,
only
and let
that,
me-
from a
Okay,
from a
I'm sorry.
business perspective, I apologize. From a business perspective, I've dealt with a lot of high corporate level people, and you don't do this publicly. You don't chastise publicly. If you need to remedy a situation, you work with the person privately, you figure it out, and then you come forward with a public answer. Now, to me, my understanding of Andrew is that that's a bad business model. I would no longer want to work with somebody who's doing that and acts like that. That's
Well,
horrible,
then you got what you
right?
wanted, right? It's
Yeah,
worked
I'm
out for
not-
you.
Well, this
Right.
is the thing, Rob, is nobody's upset that he left. Nobody's upset that he did this. The point of the matter is that he lied. The point of the matter is that you lied. You guys took everything out of context.
What did I
You had
lie
a
about?
Complete misunderstanding. You said that I coordinated this whole thing.
Show
and
me
I
the
attacked
clip
you
where I
and all
said
of this
Sarah
stuff.
coordinated this whole
That's
thing.
your whole
Show me the
that's
clip.
your whole that's your pardon me. That was your whole
Show me the clip.
fuck you Sarah stream.
Show me the clip.
I'm on my phone right
So
now.
then, by Dusty's rationale that he just gave me, you're making that up, right, Dusty? She's making it up.
That's fine. If you look,
I'm
that's
asking
fine.
Dusty. That's
fine.
your
The point of
contention.
the matter
Why are you
is-
asking me? This is you guys' conversation.
What
Now
I'm
you don't want to
saying-
chime in.
No, it's fine. If you want to say that, that's fine. I don't care, right?
I'm telling you
the
right now
point
what
of the
my
matter
point is.
Rob, is nobody's mad. What I'm upset about is I wasn't getting paid. What I'm upset about is
Well, you're going to continue to not get paid what you used to for your viewership.
No,
as
I
far
was
as
talking
financial
about
relations
getting- no,
with the
hold
BaitCon,
on.
I have nothing to do with that. I don't know
No,
shit all
what?
about
Well,
that.
that was my stream.
Did you
about
get
last
paid?
Night. Finally, yeah, it took that.
So when did
but
you get paid? Before or after your stream last night?
Before. How
So you got
how
paid before
convenient.
the stream.
How convenient.
So wait. You
That last
got paid
super
But
chat was
before.
because he lied, because
wait,
he
wait.
lied, Rob, he still lied about the shit, like saying, "Oh, well, I had to wire this and all this crap," and he was fucking around with getting to me, and I thought that was fucked up.
So
That's
just to be
bad.
clear,
That's bad behavior.
So just to be clear, he paid you before the stream, but then you still went on and did a stream because you didn't like the way and what he said as he paid you.
So he can go on a stream and lie about the nature of that context, and then just I should just be okay with it and take it like a
Well,
bitch.
tell me where you think he lied.
He said some shit about sending a wire. He told me he had to wait for a wire transfer and this and that. And then he kept fucking around with, well, now I'm going to add this condition and now I have leverage and you don't. So do what I tell you.
Whoa, slow down.
Right?
Tell me
So,
I don't know anything about that. What was the
yeah, you
conditions
don't
he added?
know anything about
Right.
it.
So we're
why are you
asking.
asking about this.
So
It
I'm
doesn't
asking.
matter, Rob.
What I'm
It
asking you,
doesn't-
what was the
Rob,
condition
the
that he
point,
put on?
the point, Rob, I'm not going to get into this. The point that I'm saying is nobody's mad that he left, right? Like nobody's upset, nobody's crying about it. It's the
That's not
nature in
true.
which he is lying, the nature in which you are lying, and
I-
and that's what we will. I will continue if I need to continue streaming about lies being said, then I will do that. But otherwise, nobody gives a fuck.
That's not true. So first off, what it sounds like just happened here was you were upset about some nebulous. He said it required a wire transfer, but nonetheless, you got your money before your stream. If someone said they were going to pay me and said it was going to be through wire transfer, right, and then it turned out that it was there was some other reason that it was held up, whatever that reason may be, but they paid me, I wouldn't publicly go on stream bitching about the payment that I just received. That's number one. So the idea that you're saying that it's everyone could see that you're full of shit, that it did affect you, and that's okay. You would expect it, even if it's not even financial, even if it's just, hey, it was someone I enjoyed doing videos with and now I'm not. So to claim like, hey, it doesn't affect me, I'm better off, is bullshit. And everyone watching knows that's cope. And this is your problem, Sarah. You keep lying
There
about
you
shit
go,
that's
inserting
it's
yourself in my head
you can
again.
keep gaslighting people. You keep lying like, oh no, when I talked negatively about you and then rated you, it was to help you. People see through this bullshit, Sarah,
I
and you
didn't say
being
it
like,
was
Is it
to help
you let me
gaslighting if
finish,
Did I
you don't
let me
have
say-
finish.
access to
And you
everyone's
Did I say
guys,
it was
you
to help
guys
you?
being so disingenuous that you're like, unless you have like a written
Well, Rob,
affidavit
you're
that that's
the
what
one
I
who
meant.
said that there's no remedy, right?
Yes.
You're here
I
because
thought you were going to
want
leave me and
make-
Sarah talk.
You
You just
want
said
me
a
to
minute
make
ago.
more content about you.
Isn't it
That's
funny?
why you're here.
Isn't it funny? You pick and choose when you're going to white knight. When it's a point that makes Sarah look bad, you keep your
Well,
fucking
I know-
mouth
I
shut,
know that
as you
you- I know
should.
that you just
As
have
you
this one
should,
way.
bitch.
There's
Shut
4
your
people on
mouth.
this fucking panel, fat
Be
boy.
gone, Dusty. The meth master Dusty has something
Rob,
to say to white
You
knight.
should try
Go
some meth.
for it, sir.
Maybe it would work. Help that
Rob,
weight
You
issue out.
think?
Maybe you'd be
Give me
able
a
to.
little
me
pep-
Your
down,
Tell us about
nostrils are
meth,
clogged up
Dusty.
with fat
If I
when you're
may.
awake out
Tell
there.
us. Tell us about it,
All right.
Dusty. Tell us about it. All right, Sarah, you were saying.
Rob,
Go ahead.
if I didn't say I sent the raid to help you, I said I sent it, and maybe we could do an olive branch and just be nice and clear the air.
That's not what it
Right.
was.
But see, what? Look, I don't
Crazy.
know. Just the same as all of the people harassing me, and nobody wants to make claim to those people, right? But with that, like I sent a raid, I gave his specific instructions to be nice, and that's all I look. You may think other people have bad intentions. I don't. It's just not me. If you can show me where I actually have had bad intentions with people and I fucked with people and I purposely did stuff, like then maybe you might have a talking point, but it's just not who I am. I'm nice to everybody. I'm kind to everybody. I welcome everybody. And I don't like to get into fights. I don't like issues. It's just not my nature, Rob. Now, maybe that's yours and maybe that's you're presuming that that is the case, but it wasn't. It was truly just like, hey, let's just send an olive branch. I apologize.
So you
Cool, we can
never,
have
you
something.
never said that it was to help me. You didn't say that anywhere.
I don't know if I said help or whatever, but when I specifically sent them, I said, let's send an olive branch over to Rob. Like,
But
let's
I
go
just
be
said
nice.
that you made the claim that it was to help me, and you said I never said that.
I'm not saying I'm helping you as if I'm gonna like do something great for you. I'm not that stupid, retard.
Are you aware of the fact that it used to be a bannable offense on Twitch to do that?
To do what?
To like be talking trash on someone and then raid them? They call that a hate raid.
Oh God.
Not that
That's
I care. I'm not
Twitch.
reporting you. What I'm saying is the reason I bring that up is the idea that everybody realizes this is your excuse is the same excuse people used to make over there. Like Destiny's audience would raid someone like BX Bullet after he was talking shit on her, and then they would go after and say a bunch of shit, and he'd say, Hey, I didn't tell him to say a bunch of shit. I just rated. I was throwing an olive branch. That's all I was doing. Everybody sees through it, Sarah. Just say the truth.
So does
Yeah, I
everybody
thought it
see
would have
through
been
Andrew?
funny. I thought it would have been funny if for some people to go over there and give Rob a little shit. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
Can I ask you, have I ever actually been hateful or mean to you?
No, you're a condescending asshole.
Have condescending maybe, but have I actually been mean to you?
I mean, if the idea of passive aggressively being condescending is an act of meanness, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I just did it in a
actually,
straightforward manner, not in a backstabbing, condescending
you do
manner
give
like
a
you.
shit.
No, it's not that I
Actually,
did.
even
I
at
gave a
that,
shit enough to
that
talk
message-
about it.
That message I sent to you about the panels, like I genuinely thought I was helping you,
Ah,
right?
bullshit. I don't
look,
believe you. I mean,
Okay,
what if I were
listen,
to
guys,
say to you? What if
listen,
I were to
hold
say
on,
to you?
hold on,
Sarah?
Rob, real quick. I do have a hard out in 5 minutes. So any last thoughts that you guys have, get it out now. So I'll continue.
Oh,
Continue,
damn,
Rob.
cool. You gotta spoil all the I'm just fucking with you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I know. Sorry. Hey, I don't want it to end, but I
thanks
do
for
have a hard out.
accommodating and hosting. I appreciate it. I think that you've probably done more than you need to at this point. So it's very nice of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I appreciate it too.
Yeah,
No
I
problem.
guess
Thanks
all
for being
I'll
on,
say
guys.
is this: like, you're asking, like, what's this need to be done to make it better? I guess we'll see. Put your money where your mouth is. Then I guess both you will be done talking about this.
No, I'm not making any promises.
Right.
I was just curious if there's something,
Hold
if there's a
on.
remedy you want, or if
Mhm.
you're just here because you want to stoke some more attention. I think that you want more attention out of us.
No, I
And-
feel like
Rob, do
talking to you when
you-
I feel like it. That's all.
Rob, do you remember? I think it was like June or July when you messaged me. You had like a bad time on the panel. You had a rough time, right?
Mhm.
And you messaged me saying like, "Sorry, I just got to get used to this interrupting you stuff." And did you see my responses to you being very polite and kind and very accommodating? Because like you should take that and see how I've engaged and interacted with you this entire time, and then look at that message and now apply that perspective.
Totally
I have
disagree.
not-
I see a previous message to that where you condescendingly demanded that I apologize to RTP.
Did I demand?
Yes.
Did I demand, or did I simply say, I think it would be best? My reputation's kind of at stake there, like XYZ.
Did
and
you say the
said-
same to him?
Actually, yeah, we
Did
had a
you
whole
say-
conversation.
When Connor
We
threatened to
had a
fight
whole-
me, in real life, did you send him a
And-
message?
And you know what? Actually, Connor and I have worked through that issue, and things are settled.
So you sent a message to him saying, "I demand you apologize to Rob," or "I think it would be good if you'd apologize."
You don't need to worry about what I said.
Right,
but-
because
but
you know you
Connor
did,
and I-
because you're full
hold
of
on,
shit.
But hold on. Connor and I worked out the issue,
I'm sure you did.
and Connor had no other issues on my panels.
The constant interrupting.
Connor has had no issue. I have no issue with Connor. We've worked through it. Life's
In that
good.
episode I did with Connor, do you think that he was interrupting far more than me?
Oh, I don't even remember that show,
I'm sure
but
you
yeah,
don't. I'm
probably.
sure you don't, Sarah. Yeah, he announced that I'm interrupting because I'm right and you're wrong. Remember that?
Yeah, well, okay, Rob. So again, we can a host and moderator, like you can only control so much, right? It's why do you keep blaming other people's behavior on me?
Because
Why are
you're
you
the
so hard, Nate?
moderator, right? And
Yeah,
like the point is that you have a
but
clear
during
double
open
standard.
panel,
You
hold
have
on,
a
hold
clear
on.
double standard in the
During
way that you
open
moderate.
panel, Rob, actually, I've given you a lot of wiggle
Oh,
room.
what a load of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You got special treatment on Trippies too.
What special treatment did I get on Trippies? I was there one time and got
Mhm.
talked over.
Rob, I've been actually overly accommodating to
I
you. and I've been
totally
nothing
disagree.
but nice
I think
to
the
you.
opposite.
If
Sarah, you want to
think
know?
that? That's fine.
You want to know what
I-
the truth is, Sarah? I was overly accommodating to you. That's
Oh,
the
how
truth.
sweet of you.
The truth. Well, how's your channel doing?
I'm not worried about it, Rob.
Good. Hey,
I'm not worried
then
about it.
I assume Dusty aside, I get it. And Dusty, I don't have. By the way, I wish both of you nothing but success from the bottom of my heart. I don't. Sarah, I hope you go on to become the next.
bullshit. I don't believe you.
I hope you go on to become the next Piers Morgan, or your channel falls apart. It's irrelevant. to
You're
me.
gaslighting.
I'm not. I don't care if
But
it
see- but
becomes
see-
good or bad. That's
it's-
irrelevant to me.
See how funny
Let-
that is, Rob. You say from
let
the
me-
bottom of my heart,
let
and
me
then I actually
finish.
have the DMs to show how my intentions have always operated.
It has
with
not
you,
been.
and,
Your
and
intentions have been-
anybody else
Your
can
intentions have
actually
been
show their
condes-
DMs with me and how kind I've been and accommodating to
Your
everyone else too.
your
My
intentions
behavior is consistent with everyone.
your
I
intentions
treat
have been
everyone fine.
Your intentions have been condescending bullshit. And the truth is, you rely on other people. The truth is that you see yourself more in a clique with people like Dusty, and you see yourself as more beneficial with people like Connor, and that's okay. And good luck to you. But I have no interest in you. Dusty aside, he's going to make his bones and his panels by just talking shit in the Crucible and people. That's fine. That's all he's capable of. Sarah, we'll see if you put your money where your mouth is. When's the next Andrew Wilson Smoky Man Bad stream?
What are you worried about?
I'm not.
Okay, guys.
You're
All right,
just
guys,
full
I
of shit, and we
do-
all know it.
Sorry
So
to spoil
what?
the fun, guys,
Am I
but
not
I do
allowed
gotta.
to? Sorry,
I
Cole, go
gotta,
ahead.
I gotta end the stream. I do have. a
Vic,
hard
thank you
out,
for
so
having
sorry.
me up. I'll
Yeah,
dip
we
out. My
appreciate
audience
it.
will redirect to a new live stream.
I'm gonna redirecting to Rob's stream. So
Yeah,
thanks
Sarah,
guys
you
for
want to come
coming
over the
on.
stream and finish the conversation?
My daughter's sitting here nagging me, throwing pillows at me
Well-
because she needs something. But I appreciate the invite, Rob.
Okay. Hey, good luck to your daughter and you for real as a mother. I wish you the best on that. All right.
Bye, guys.
All right, thanks,
Rob, if you
thanks,
want to come
guys.
over to my stream, you're welcome to, and we can make more content about you. Because since that's what you want,
No, I'm fine,
Bye, buddy.
Dusty.
Good talk.
Thanks so much, bud. See you, Cole.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Thanks, Rob, for coming on.
No
Appreciate it.
problem, man. Yeah. Emmett wants to call in for a sec. Sure. I'll send out the link to Emmett here. So takeaways from this. You can see Dusty's a big shit talker, especially to Andrew when he's behind the scenes. Then when he gets to talk to Andrew face to face, oh, I don't have much to say. You know, clearing up some misconceptions. That's it. Sarah, absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. This, oh no, I rated you as an olive branch. Oh no, when I'm saying that, like, you make yourself an easy. How could you blame me from the other people's bad behavior when I'm moderator? Fuck you. That's my feelings on it. She's full of shit, and we could all see it. You know? I'm over it. It doesn't affect me in any way. Bullshit. And I do wish her well in her streaming endeavors, if only because I think she has a child, and I hope that her and her child are provided for. And if she becomes the new Piers Morgan, great. And if she fails, that's fine too. But I don't want to see her destitute or anything like that. All right, Emmett, real quick, what's up, man?
I was just like mentioned for a moment there. I was just want to say that I wanted to facilitate a conversation in the DMs. I wasn't trying to like attach myself.
Yeah,
to
I guess
anybody.
that somehow got connected to you speaking for me and me proffering an invite. That is not what that was. You messaged me and asked if you wanted to see if Trippy wanted to talk to me. I said sure. That's it.
Well, what happened is you were both you were trying to talk to them in the flow state, whatever stream, and then you came here and you said if Trippy wanted to call in. So I was just trying to facilitate the conversation.
Yes,
but I
and
wasn't
I
talking
didn't-
to you or anything like that, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't
so-
care. I'm still not really pissed at Trippy. I don't give a fuck. There's none of them that I'm super pissed about. Like, they just fucking, all their fucking, running their mouth and doing video after video about me and other people. And then when I address it every once in a blue moon, they're like, oh, Rob, like, you're such a bitch. You're such a bitch. We're talking shit and you address it. I do it for my amusement. That's all. That's all it is. So, but all right, Emmett. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no
Say
problem,
that.
man. So yeah, that's the takeaway. Now, truth be told, like we were talking about Andrew Wilson this morning, right? Yeah, does it make sense sometimes to just be like, you know what? Silence is the better part of valor, and just like, you know what? I'm gonna be done talking to these people or about them because they're beneath me, I suppose. But every once in a while, someone will message me and they were like, hey, cool, Vic's on. He's talking to Andrew Wilson about sort of the Sarah thing. I didn't know about the payment thing. They were talking about payment for DebateCon. I don't know fucking anything about that at all. So I was like, I had to drive to pick up some groceries, which, by the way, I have to leave again to go to the pharmacy here at 6 o'clock. Something's supposed to be in for my wife. But that's it. So I heard Andrew call in and I was like, oh, and what's the first thing I hear? Dusty comes on. Oh, Rob's a bitch, blah, blah, blah. For what? Like, the gaslighting of them is incredible. Oh, for us, a bunch of us to be sitting around trolling you and then coming back to our panel and saying how great we're doing, for you to feel that as a, quote, attack. When did I even use the word attack? I felt it was a bunch of people starting shit with me, and so I said, hey, fuck you people. Oh, that's you being soft, Rob. We talk shit on you and you talk shit back. And you think that's an attack. But we wouldn't use the word attack. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have to understand here. Here's the whole deal. Sarah's condescending. She fucking sucks as a moderator. I'll tell her that to her face. She sent me a bunch of shitty messages behind the scene. Yes, there was a time behind the scene. We were running out of time, so I didn't get to say this. Where I thought that the panel was getting chippy. In order to facilitate things going better, I reached out to her being proactive and was like, hey, I gotta get better in making sure other people have a chance to say something because I could feel it was getting chippy. One of the things you do, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just men, I don't know. But your place of work, right? And let's say something happens and everyone on your team's frustrated, all your coworkers are frustrated. What you might do is this. Even if you don't think it's your fault, you say, hey, you know what? That's my fault. Next time that shit won't happen. Let's go, guys. Shit like that. And for her to be like, oh, that was my invite, that then I could tell you how to run things. The fuck are you talking about? It was condescending bullshit. That's what it was. This right here, this is what I was pissed about.
When people fuck with the panelverse that way, right? If you're not a panelverse person and you come in and you try to fuck with the panelverse people, like they will all band together. Like you just can't do that. You can't go around to panelverse shows and flip out on hosts and get mad at hosts or fuck with host shows and do that kind of stuff and then expect everyone to turn and look at you and be like, oh yeah, come on back. You know, like I think he doesn't know the power of the panelverse.
I think you're
Did I get the wrong
absolutely
address for the
correct.
orgy?
Now, when I asked her, which host was I flipping out? Which host was I mad at? Trippy. Where? Where in that video? What she's talking about there is herself. She's a host of the Panelverse. So when I saw that, I figured, all right, I'm going to tell her how I feel. And I didn't get a chance to ask this, but you know the truth. If I was on a panel of people that were talking shit on her and trolling her, and I was laughing like, that's what happens when you insert whatever group we called ourselves. The crypto guys, you know? That's what happens when the Neuron crew. That's what happens. You commit one person in the Neuron crew. You commit, or the Crucible crew. That'd be an even better example. If you commit one person in the Crucible crew, that's what happens. Don't underestimate it. Truth is, she was pissed because here's what happened. And she's going to deny it, and I don't give a fuck. And she could say that it's a lie. It's not a lie. It's what I honestly believe that the best circumstantial evidence suggests. And I do believe it, so it's not a lie. And what I believe is this. She was bitter because she was a shit moderator. Right? And so I made the most benign comments ever. We went through them several times here, where I was basically just like, listen, I don't know what's going on with this moderation, but hey, anyways, I like Sarah. I wish her well. Maybe I just won't do the open panels anymore. That's it. But what happened was there were a bunch of people that were pissed off because they saw the debates and saw the shit moderation, was like, what the fuck's going on? That's what happened. And then she's like, I gave special treatment to you? Bullshit. That's what happened. Sarah would like, we can go through the debates of me with Connor, and then me the next week on me in the open panel. We can go through it. That's the truth. Dusty, listen, and again, I understand what's happening from Dusty's perspective. All the fat jokes and stuff, I don't give a fuck. It's fine by me, right? He sort of has a point. I should get in shape. I'm trying. Well, it might give them more content. That's fine. I talk about it when I feel like it. But the truth of the matter is, I understand Dusty's perspective. He doesn't have much to talk about. This drama's sort of something that's going to feed on it. He's going to feed on. Fine. No problem. Sarah's perspective, like, she's like, I'm better off now. Great. But she's going to thrive off the drama too, because she's probably going to see that a lot of her subs and views came from people that like Andrew Wilson and like the Crucible. That's what she's going to tend to see. And so this is going to be a way to keep that going, which is fine too. I don't give a shit. I just don't care. If I see them say something and it amuses me enough to talk about it, I will. But I just don't care. I think the worst part is that, like, they think that they're like especially Dusty is like, they really think they're doing a good job with the trolling. It's just like, I don't know. I've seen better, we'll just say. Let's go through super chats real quick, and then I'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. GG! It's great to see from you, bud. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Really appreciate it. With Dusty himself, you can see he constantly says something, and then it's like, I didn't say that. And then you prove that he did, and he's like, oh, he's just, I mean, he's a liar, and he's dumb? I don't know. Lucas Japan, $10 says, it's good faith to lie as long as you admit to being a liar. Got it. Big brain. Yeah, that's Dusty's perspective. Man. Lord of the Nerds, $2 says, Dusty giving off strong ex-girlfriend vibes. I hear it. Mr. B, $10 says, good to have you back, Rob. Also, shout out to Cool Vic. Yeah, he's great. Makes great content covering yourself, Andrew, the Panelverse saga. Yeah, Cool Vic's good. Really good guy. Lord of the Nerds, $2 says, Dusty is, nah. Jeff Willard, thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Bagger Vance, $20 says, go Rob. Brutal. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Poop Lord, thanks for becoming a member. Nice pick. Paximo, $5 says, that's when I freaking subbed. Let's go. Yeah, the idea, I don't know why it's so hard to believe that a roughly 5,000 people unsub from Sarah and then sub to me. I guess if his argument's going to be Andrew Wilson had bought 5,000 subs for Sarah and then moved them over to me, and I just happen to be getting increased donations since then. Okay, like, that's a big brain take, I guess. JC Daedalus, $5 says, I literally subscribed to Rob after the Panelverse stuff. I appreciate it. Real Deal, $10 says, I subbed him from the Crucible after Rob got trolled. Thank you. Fuel My Fire, $5 says, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. I'm a bot, LOL. Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm not shitting you when I told you guys last week that all of you that are sending donations are bots. Let's show them how effective our financial bots are at donating. Bandit, $2 says, what effing losers picks a fight with Rob. Thanks, Bandit. Doomsday, $10 says, 0110 0100 Well, let me send ones and zeros. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Doomsday Bot. Bandit, $2 says, hey, Dusty, Fred Durst wants his look back. Nah. I don't mind the Fred Durst look. Paximo, $5 says, I subbed to Raging Tomato because Andrew and Rob are on there. If they're no longer going to be in our channel, then why still sub? Bagger Vance, $5 says, only sub to Sarah to watch Rob and Andrew wreck fools. If they're not there, why would I stay? Bandit, $2 says, anyone think Trippy's worried about Andrew? I don't know. Bandit, $2 says, oh no, a migraine. Some guy, Powder Guxty and Aging Tomato, thanks for the $2. The Real Hydro, $5 says, is it Clown Sarah's boyfriend? Why is he even here? He was on there before Sarah, to be fair. But Reverse Massage, $5 says, yo, start over. What'd I miss? You have to go back and rewatch the video. Some guy, $5 says, this is why she started off saying she has a migraine, so she can say she misspoke because she doesn't feel well whenever she contradicts herself. I don't know, maybe. Airborne Animal, great to hear from you, man. It's nice to see you down there. DebateCon, $10 says, the lying losers are so desperate for a piece of word war, they're still whining a month later. I'm just one of the people that dropped Rotten Tomato and subscribed to Rob. Bots, LOL. Yep. Oggen gifted 1 membership. Thank you. I can't tell you how many people at DebateCon, I'm not even shitting you, at least 20. We're like, hey, I heard of you, with the whole Panelverse drama. Thanks. I really appreciate it. But no, it's all bots. Reverse Massage, $5 says, is Dusty Muslim? He's clearly inbred enough. FB, $5 says, Dusty's so sensitive, it's like watching a petty catty little girl gaslight her way through an argument. Yeah, everything's about, like, they're constantly like, oh, we talk shit on you, and then you say something back. Why are you so sensitive? Why are you doing that? Okay, man. Bandit, $5 says, Sarah's trying to squeeze the last drop of this drama because she knows as soon as it's dead, she's beyond irrelevant and she knows it. Good luck to her. Bandit, $2 says, ironic that Dusty and Sarah don't have cams. Dusty does, but Airborne Animal, $5 says, oh no, the power of the Panelverse. Seems like you found the power of the Crucibleverse and are begging for money, mercy, and relevance. Oh no, she's not concerned about it at all, she claims. Okay. Bear in the Woods, maybe. $5 says, gaslighting wrench. Thank you. Rachel, what's happening? $20 says, at the end of the day, the big disconnect here is that Rob, Andrew, and the rest of us take this stuff seriously. We care about the ideas and its impact. To Sarah, this was never more than getting drunk with her friends. Yeah, that's exactly it. There are people that really believe in a message of trying to make this country a better place through conservative Christian values and fighting back against lefties. And then there are people that aren't. And that's fine. That's not necessarily mutually exclusive. But at the end of the day, you're not going to willfully work with people that are an impediment to you. That's what's going on. Thanks, Rachel. Hunter Killer, $5 says, never heard of Dusty before watching Rob, and yet this is the second time I've heard him make a conspiracy theory about Rob's channel. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say other than this. Let's assume that he's right? Maybe I'm botted and don't know it. Okay. Average video views, it's very low because almost all my videos are live streams. Engagement, very high. Average for channels my size are 3.99%. Mine's at 7.31. Comment rate, very high. Average 0.62. Mine 1.96. Highest viewers, high. Average number of similar channels is 655. Average viewers, high. So my engagement's through the roof. When you think of botted channels, it's like the opposite. But I much don't give a fuck. I really don't. They can choose to believe I'm botted. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Real deal. $10 says 100% Rachel. Yep, she's absolutely right. Thank you. FB, $10 says, is Dusty going vegan or something? He's talking like he's in a chick flick. The gaslighting and cattiness are unreal. Can he just make an argument like a man? No. Bandit, $2 says, what do you mean, you people? Airborne Animal, $10 says, yes, don't communicate with these losers, Rob. Just don't engage with them. They only have any kind of relevancy because of people like you and Andrew. I agree. Actually Religious, $5 says, this is next level gaslighting. Holy cow, talk about Rotten Tomatoes. Doesn't Sarah have a 15K party to plan? Jeff Rademacher, $5 says, it's Sarah's fault. She called out the collective power of the Panelverse. You're either part of you guys or you're not. Pick a lane. She knew what she was doing. Real deal, $5 says, Sarah, you did this to yourself. Matt, $5 says, the words, I'm sorry you feel that way, are only spoken by manipulative people. Jeff Rademacher, again, $10 says, what the fuck? Power of the Panelverse, motherfucker. You made this a thing. Yep. Truth Revolt, $5. They were so desperate to get back in Rob and Andrew's good graces because why are they still talking about this? They ain't get back in my good grace, I'll tell you that. Rips MG, $10 says Pikachu's doing a cope stream. I thought you meant Hakikachu that Andrew debated. MT $5 says Dusty flat out lies. How would anyone know where the nuance is? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he knows what he's doing. Landon $5. Nice to hear from you, man. Says can't believe they're still talking about you. Must feel nice to be popular. I guess. Workademics $2 says like when Trump told people to go peacefully. Oh. Gorilla, thank you as always, man, for gifted membership and another one. And then Crusader, member for 4 months, says, great to see you back, Rob. Yes, we made it. Glad you must have as well. Everybody made it back from whatever their weekend entailed. Shazzy Bear. Trippy's going real life on easy. Is he, or do they have beef? I don't know. Zenkrios, $10 says, Rob, admired for always confronting the BS head on and calling it as it is, not one step back. Thank you. David Atlas, member 14 months, man. Thank you. She doesn't even realize she's a shit mod. Of course not. Well, how could you expect me to do something about it? Okay. What's up, Java? How's it going? $5 says, how do you sleep safely knowing you've messed with the Panelverse and on notice? You might need armed security. Maybe. Thanks, Java. Jeff Willard, 10 memberships gifted. Thank you so much. MT $5 says, worst mod ever. Wasn't paying attention half the time. Cuts in, shows favorites. Awful. Perry Incorporated, $10 says, I'd be willing to bet that the whole I'm not stressing about my channel talk from Sarah's BS. Somehow she's not worried about her channel, but simultaneously needs it to take care of her daughter. I mean, there's no shame in admitting, like, yeah, this fucking sucks. Anytime a channel loses roughly 20 to 25% of their subs, that's got to be a little worrying. Even if she thinks she's in the right. If I was in her position, I would be like, yeah, it fucking sucks. I don't think I did anything wrong, or at least presumably that's what she would say. But yeah, it sucks. The idea, I'm doing great. I'm not worried at all. Okay. Landon, $5 says, funny, they wanted you to take responsibility for your actions, but they, of course, have nothing but the need to take responsibility of theirs. Yep. Texas Bully Mom, $10 says, oh, no, not the Panelverse. And then Crucible Crusader, 5 memberships. Thank you. Piano Dean says, they troll about as well as the left-wingers meme. Yep. The good Austin, $5 says, here's 5 to take a second and hydrate, brother. Glad you and Dan had a great vacation. Don't let this dumb shit ruin your high you had from your trip. Thank you. I appreciate it. Reverse Massage, $2 says, Andrew paid me $7,000 to send this super chat. Beep, boop, beep. Premonition, $2 says, I found you that day because of the incident. Thank you. Gizmo, $10 says, did the day shift make the goal? If you count this, yes. Vengeful Truther, $2. Powdered Krusty and the Raging Potato. Premonition, $2 says, Crucible's going global. Must hold standards. Thank you. Totally agree. Scott Hotman, $2 says, Raging Spud wield the panel first. Thank you. Call me GL, $5 says, my first month watching Sarah, I assumed Flo was a drama cow woman, just like Sarah. I was right. Bandit, another $2 says, Rob, the worried SC was about Andrew's well-being. Ah, okay. Nick, too bad for you. Thanks for being a member. Says, does Dusty have a TBI or something? I have no clue. Workademics, another 5. Thanks. Says, if Sarah was responsible for sending trolls to your stream, but telling them to be nice, would Trump be responsible for the people on January 6th? Oh, I don't know. Susan Griffin, $5 says, what's the craziest to me is it seems like every other day she makes a video about this, and when she's confronted, she acts like she's over it. Yes. Nicholas Lewis, $20 says, I wanted to point out there being a distinct time difference when we witness a super chat, or more importantly, the creator may not see it immediately. Enter reading something the audience hasn't seen yet as possible. Yes, and I was going to bring that up, and yet Dusty said it was 8 minutes later. So 8 minutes is a long fucking time. Perry Incorporated, $5 says, take my $15 off the day shift goal and give it to the night shift. Just got up early today. I got it. No, I do got to get going. I got to pick up here. Look, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Everyone has a right to stream about all this drama if they want or not. I don't give a shit. I have the right. Other people have the right. I don't particularly care for Dusty that much or Sarah. Dusty's going to keep farming this. Sarah probably will as well. But Dusty, that's what he's going to do. Well, that's fine. I'm not super upset that he makes weight jokes about me and shit like that. It's fine. I wish he'd make them funnier. But, you know. Good Austin, $5 says, I met you and Duffam, not Dan. I wondered, I was like, Dan. And then I was like, who the fuck? Is that one of the guys I talked to's real name? I was like, is Mantid's real name Dan? I don't think so. By the way, you didn't hydrate. Come on, bro. We can't burn the wick at both ends at our age. Much love. I'm out of water. I got to go get some. Yeah, I'm probably going to raid over to Jake. So, I don't know, man. It's bullshit. I just went over. The only reason I went today was. Oh, fuck it. I don't see Jake on. I do see. Let me see. My thing's fucking up. It's not showing me anyone that's on. I don't know. It's not letting me raid anyone. Anyways, I'll finish up with this. I'll hang for 15 minutes. Raid trippy. So, anyways, here we go. Andrew could talk about this in any way he wants. My feeling was this. After this,
I think he doesn't know the power of the Panelverse.
oh shit! Not the Panelverse! Oh no! Not the fucking Panelverse! Beware the Panelverse! He doesn't run afoul of the Panelverse! Who could know the great Sarah Tomato? The power she wields, the power of the Panelverse. Debate me about January 6th, given your new position on sending people makes the person responsible for their actions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's one thing to talk shit about someone and then raid over to their channel. There's obvious implications that you weren't making that raid as an olive branch or an intent to help that person. It's another thing completely to say that people have the right to go peacefully protest something, which is what Trump suggested. Those are two completely different things. Of course, the fact that you want to conflate those is absolutely hilarious. But I'll tell you what, Wokeademics, I'll give you your chance right now before we raid someone. How about that? You call in, just for you, Wokeademics, right now. We could do this debate right now. Right? Doop, 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 doop. He's going to call in. He wants to debate. He's ready to go. You don't have a Facebook. I'm going to allow that because that's a good troll. It's his way of saying, I'm a bitch, I'm afraid to call in. It's his way, but he said so in a funny way. He's trying to tell you he's a bitch that knows that he'll get crushed. But it was funny. I'll give him that. I don't have a Facebook. That's a good way to pretend. So I'll give him that. Pretty good. Jake Slime, 15 minutes. I don't want to stick around for 15 minutes. My call-in does not require a Facebook. You're wrong. Womp womp. Wrong. Dog's sick. I'm sorry to hear that. My dog was sick a couple weeks ago. Sucks. Oh, EOD's on? Okay. Yeah, I'll rate EOD. It's fucking with me, though. It won't let me. I'll have to type in your name, I think. Because when I click search videos from channels I'm subscribed to, nothing's showing up. Well, there's EOD. Okay. Okie dokie. We're rating EOD. Fabian's live as well? Okay. Spiro's on as well? Yeah, well. America first. Eat that, Jake! Well, clearly you have YouTube if it says sign in with Facebook or YouTube. Oh, is this the guy? Are you woke academics or whatever?
No, definitely not.
Okay, well then I'm not interested in talking, I guess.
All right. Bye-bye.
Now, what did you want to talk about? Just real quick to be curious.
I actually wanted to call out the guy who's supposed to call in, like, and, you know, like, how much of a bitch do you gotta be? Like, that's why
well, I agree with that.
That's why I labeled my name as Y.
I got you.
Reason.
I just, if I open up call-ins right now, I'll end up talking to 50 people and I got to be gone in 5 minutes. But no, you're absolutely right. He knows what he's doing. Did it make you sign up to Facebook to call in?
Oh, absolutely not. And to verify and vindicate who I am actually God Guns and Glory.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Good to see you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, man.
But anyway, bye.
All right, we'll see you. Bye. Workademics. It's StreamYard. I don't know what to tell you. Do you have my Discord? Call me on Discord. Yes, you could use your Google account. He knows it. I don't know what StreamYard is. Click the link at the top. Yeah, he's probably trolling. Ah, well, fuck him. Of course, he'd have to log in with Discord then, right? Mm-hmm. All right. All right. We're going to raid over to EOD. Anyways, Workademics, thanks so much for donating at least $10 in super chats just to bitch out. How did you call in if he doesn't have a required sign-in? What program did you use to call in? If you didn't use Discord and you didn't use StreamYard, what did you use? You tell me. What's Marte use? StreamYard, but you didn't have to sign in. You shouldn't have to sign in now. I don't have mine set up any different. You clearly already have a StreamYard account. Yeah, I think he's just stalling too. The person that just called in said he didn't have to sign anything in. Anyways, I'm not waiting around for your boomer ass to figure something out. Really low IQ. Okay. I don't have to ask Marte. Everyone else that calls in doesn't have this issue. You must have done something to your computer in between now and when you talk to Marte. I don't know what else to say. Drop it again. All right. One more time. Well, I doubt I'll take call-ins tonight. We'll do it tomorrow during the day. Here we go. He's going to try one more time. Yes, January 6th. Here they come. Yeah, out boomering me is oh shit. Oh. Do I get your YouTube info if you sign into it? Holy fuck. Hey man, nah, I don't get your info. You're signing into a fucking thing. Just like I don't get your fucking info if you sign into Discord. He knows what he's doing. He's scared. He knows. All right. Drop again. You got it, man. You got it. We'll drop you again. All right, guys. Good stream. I will see you all 10 o'clock tonight. I got to get going. Enjoy the raid of EOD. Thank you all so much. We'll talk to you at 10 o'clock tonight. You guys have a good one. And always keep in mind that memory of Charlie Kirk and his family and how the left celebrated that murder of him. God bless Charlie and God bless his family. We'll see y'all tonight at 10.
Only in America is it possible to say, you know what, I don't like the way the country is going, and to do something about it. Take that risk. Take that leap of faith. Stay involved. Trust God and act obediently. Romans 12:2 verse. That God will use all things for good for those who love him. It's bigger than you. I want you to remember that. It is bigger than you. It's bigger than me. You are here to make somebody else's life better, the pursuit of liberty and freedom. You know what gives me strength? The hundreds of thousands of you that say, Charlie, keep going.
1 Corinthians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord and God of all.